What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Are you ready for this?
Black Air Force Energy.
Me, I'm in my zone, focused on my own growth. I be water walking through these streets like sailboat. Me, I be the compass as I lead and guide my people. I'm a father, I'm friend with a couple guns legal. You not that smart, quit the bull. Yes, I'm seeing right through you. I be talking to the spirits, but best believe it's not voodoo. Yeah, I know you think you him, but in my head, I'm like who you? I'm a legend, I'm a beast, I'm the rose that grew through concrete. Let's keep it going. Keep it pushing as I lay back. Curtains drawn like I'm in a Maybach. Me, I'm so unique, I'm like needle in the haystack. Catching money, dodging fame, I sticking over while stacking racks. Go out hammer, pop your shit, but don't be mad when I clap back. Let's keep it going, yeah, let's go.
Me in the jungle, hit a rumble. Caught a couple touchdowns and I had a couple fumbles. Look at me, now I recovered. This is mind over matter. Keep it pushing when I stumble. Long way from home to gather wisdom and stay humble. Eyes wide shut, this me. This is star until me vessel crumble. I return.
Okay. Welcome to the lighthouse, sit down, I ain't like y'all. King on sevens, I done bled through every trial. Sword on my back, axe on my back, I just want my anchors, you could keep your plaques. Don't start cunning kins, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Don't start cunning kins, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Drop from the heavens, landed in the dirt. On tilt, but I still did the work. Prayers in the kitchen, paint on the stove. Every scar on my body is a story I wrote. Trials and tribulations, all on my name. Still waiting on revelations. Truth in the flame. I'm beyond angels, I'm a man, I'm brave. Test me, try me, that's a gamble with death. Welcome to the lighthouse, sit down, I ain't like y'all. King on sevens, I done bled through every trial. Sword on my back, axe on my back. Want my anchors, you could keep your plaques. Don't start counting kins, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Don't start counting kins, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. I protect mine first, that's the only command. Family in the circle, I'ma die where I stand. Stepping through the county like a walk-in prayer. Every hater in the rear, they just think cold air. I don't chase that trophy, I want roots, not fame. Give me land, give me love, keep your golden name. From the block to the clouds, I done paid my lane. When they spell out greatness, they gon' write my name. Welcome to the lighthouse, sit down, I ain't like y'all. King on sevens, I done bled through every trial. Sword on my back, axe on my back, I just want my anchors, you can keep your plaques. Don't start counting kings, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Don't start counting kings, PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that.
Mic check, let's go, let's get up. Hey, let's roll. Hey, yeah, it's get up. Listen, it's time I feel good, I feel fine up. Early on my grind, stacking paper, reading books. I just grab we I need from all the treasures I done took. Who is it that you see in the mirror? I see me, so I smile at myself, and I call myself a king. Now I'm living out my dreams, I had to learn to walk again. Yes, I'm talking spiritually, I was looking out for strength. Felt like my life came to an end at that moment, I repent. Then my thoughts became my vision, so I gassed up mine and rev up the engine. I come from a dynasty, we rose from sand. No need to look around, yes, you have the power in your hands. Yeah, let's get up, let's get up. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get up.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's go ahead and get this going. Much respect to the family as we go ahead and get on to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse _301. Okay. I want to have a nice, chill, cool life. I feel burnt out from these YouTube streets. I ain't gonna lie, like, don't mind my energy if it's y'all are draining. And that's why at times I have to go ahead and make sure before I'm too drained, I replenish myself, right? So I do little different exercises and activities throughout my day to keep myself replenished. But I want to talk about some things this evening, right? So let's go ahead and get this going. Nancy, if you would be so kind. Theme music, please. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy going. Let me check my headphones because that's important. I don't hear anything in here. Hold on. There we go. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. All right, we're gonna keep it about right there. Cool beans, cool beans. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna have a nice little. We're gonna have a nice little. Well, I'm gonna have a nice little talk. You guys can catch the replay. Let's go ahead and do this. It's a lot of stuff that I've been looking at when it comes to people's transitions in life, how we move and everything, right? So let me make sure that I got my lineup set up straight, right? I just want to make sure everything's straight. We about to get right into these videos. Don't y'all worry about nothing. All right, so of course we have our warm-up. Our warm-up, do I even want to do a warm-up? You know what? I don't even feel like getting into the warm-up. Cancel that. I'm good on the warm-up. I really don't care for it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go ahead and get straight to the meat and bones. Let's get straight to the meat and bones of this. This is the reason why fathers are so important, not just in the daughters' lives, and the sons as well. When I tell you the things that go on out here in this world is absolutely out of this world, I mean, who could disagree? I hear stories, I see things, and continuously, like I said, maybe I've heard it all. Maybe I've seen it all, right? And then even if it's something that you know that, yeah, I've heard this before, it's like it's something about particular people's stories. It just kind of hits a little different, right? But at the same time, it's also an entertaining aspect that comes with this story as well. So I just really wonder how y'all gonna look at this right here. But before we get started, y'all already know how we go. How's your headspace? How's the day been treating you? Just in case nobody else asked you. Just had to check in with you real quick, right? Okay. So I'm not even gonna hold us, right? I'm gonna go get right into this video, and then at the end of it, just because I'm on some different type of time right now, I just want to go ahead and just look at something that I'm interested in looking at because it's my channel. So let's do it. All right. So let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm gonna share my screen. Primarily, for the most part, what I want to do is listen, right? I just really want to listen, but nah, let's go ahead and let's also talk about it as well. It's something I do believe that we really should be talking about, right? So let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy kicked off. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. What's the time right now? The time right now is 11:08 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and rock out. Let's go ahead and share our screen. Yeah, this is it right here. Why are fathers so important? Let's break down why fathers are so important to the sons. Let's break down why the fathers are definitely so important to the daughters as well. Primarily because of the vulnerability rate and how our daughters can wound up in these circumstances right here. Let's go. Let's listen to a story. Story time. Story time. This is brought to you by Soft White Underbelly. Respect. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and hit my banner. Let me hit my banner. Let's go.
I'm back. Yet again.
Yeah.
What is the latest that's been going on in your lives?
A lot.
A little bit of everything. A little bit.
All right, so let's go ahead and start off with what it says right here before we get into it as a disclaimer. All right, so let me go ahead. Matter of fact, as I always would do, let me hit my disclaimer. All right, now, so it says right here, we lost the kids. You feel me? I'm not laughing at the kids part. I'm laughing at the you feel me part. Azariah and Joshua. All right, March 2026 update. All right, Emmett, California. All right, let's keep going.
Everything.
Are you guys still together?
No, we are not.
No.
You're not. Okay.
Yeah, no. Not since around November.
And how were the kids?
They okay. They wound up getting taken away. Like CPS took them. So right now, like I'm going through the process of like fighting to get them back. Recently, Azariah was like put into custody. So now like the courts is trying to like, go through me to try to get the kids back. So I'm like trying to stay out of trouble. You feel me?
Generally speaking, in this life, men are already upbrought with the prevention is better than the cure method. We know the things that will cause for our kids to get taken. We know that if we choose to live a certain lifestyle, we're basically forfeiting everything. Let's keep on going.
Make sure I could be there for them how they need me to be.
What happened that you guys lost your kids?
So me and Azariah, like usually, from wound up arguing and stuff like that, got into it. She had her friend come pick her up, but her friend dad drove them and stuff. And then he pushed me and stuff, so I wanted to beat him up. And then he got mad and called like CPS, told him like, oh, I got a house full of
the daughter
guns.
called
Oh.
CPS and told him like, hey, the kids don't have running water,
All
this,
type
this,
of
and
crazy
that,
shit.
and that
Said I
Josh
got-
beats the kids, and just
That
a whole
there's
bunch of
guns
shit.
in the house, all type of crazy shit. Like, you feel me?
And that's all it took. And they seen that my case with my other kids, so it was just that easy for them to take
Just
them.
come in and take them. Yeah.
And where are they?
Is it that easy? Or did you make it that easy? See, the thing is that, like, I can say one thing. I've never had to be concerned about being taken from my parents, primarily because it's not about that they make it easy for the kids to be taken, right? It's about what did I do to hand them over. It ain't about the system. It's about the parenting. It's about what's going on in the household. You two as mom and dad. All right. So we're going to make sure that we keep accountability on this one. Now, the one part that I will say is my only facet of I can actually recognize how possibly, right? I can recognize how possibly a person can be in this circumstance, as far as you can only give your children what it is that you know. Now, at the same time, can we truly use this circumstance as an excuse? Considering there are a whole lot of examples, endless, matter of fact, examples of parents who actually grew up in a very dysfunctional household. They came up in a very dysfunctional upbringing, but they wound up saying, that's not what I want for my children. They grew up in a circumstance where, let's say, depending on the time of age it is in life, CPS should have been called, but they weren't called. And even though they weren't called, these people still grew up and they said, you know what? I don't want to pass on that curse of an upbringing. All right. So that's where I'm at right now. So far, I'm trying to weigh out how much is really what it is that is just an unfortunate circumstance, and how much of this unfortunate circumstance have they brought upon themselves. Let's keep on rocking out.
They know.
With the foster family.
Mm.
And you told me something, there was a restraining order or something?
Yes, against me and the kids now.
So you can't see your kids?
No.
And I see right now she's trying to like go fight it and stuff. But so after the fight, like the dude he jumped in his car and he like pulled off. But mind you, me and Azariah was like arguing and stuff. So she jumped in the car with the dude, you feel me, and like Charisma and all them. And then they didn't want her to like basically what happened is she was moving too fast. She didn't want the kids to be around two niggas fighting, you feel me? So when they jumped in the car and sped off, right when they pulled out the parking lot, the police pulled up
and Charisma and her little brother were in the back seat with me and my kids, and they were hanging out the window,
like trying to gangbang up on me. And I was like, where was that at? Your dad was getting his ass whooped. You feel me? But
he said the kids was trying to gangbang him. Wow, bro.
which caused the police to pull us over.
yeah.
And of course, the dad was twice over the legal limit.
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol.
Yeah.
And I was in the back seat with a newborn baby and my 1-year-old son with no car seat. So
They left.
So again, as we are paying attention to this, again, I'm very curious when we're talking about like the aspect of how much of this is actually an unfortunate circumstance, and how much of this do we actually put ourselves in real life, right? Now, there are certain aspects of this that I can relate to when it comes to the having to sleep in your car part, you know, not knowing where you're going to go, where you're going to stay. I can relate to that. I know exactly what that, I actually know what it's like to not have a car to sleep in. I know what it's like to actually have to be on the streets and find somewhere to stay in the woods in a tent until I got myself, as you can see around me, to where I am today. That was a process, and it took quite some time for me to get myself back into where I am. But I only got myself back into the space in which I am because I chose to be here. Where you see me right now and where you've been seeing me is where I chose to be. It was a decision. Let's keep on listening to this story. Let's keep on rocking out. Oh yeah, you already know. You already know. I don't know, just in case. I don't know if you still somewhere else or not, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just lay this down just in case. All right. Because I got a feeling you just might have quite a bit to say on this topic, because this is a very nice little topic right here. I like this little couple.
They
Let her
took
go that
him.
day.
Yeah, they let me go that day. They took him to jail that night, and then I don't know. I'm guessing somewhere in that mix, he tried to say that I was the one drinking and driving, because I'm assuming that's how I have a DUI now that I'm trying to fight for as well.
But you weren't drunk.
But I was not drunk and I was not driving. I was in the back seat with my kids. And, you know, I take responsibility for that as being their mother and knowing better. But
I like that. There we go. There we go. It's some accountability there. Like, give these people a stride on whatever it is that they take accountability for. She recognizes, now I shouldn't have been in that position. What's done is done, but at least she recognizes the flaw. Now, the only thing that will make it a problem is if she recognized the flaw and then still continuously went back and did the same thing over and over and over again. Now it's like, okay, sis, we ain't trying to hear nothing. You got to say, let's go.
I'm not going to take responsibility for something I didn't do.
Right.
It makes sense.
Where are you guys living now?
I'm currently living in my car still.
I live with my girlfriend, you know, so, you know, because I can't. So, like, you know, like the property, like back.
They have kids together. They have children together. But they're living, she's living in her car. Mom lives in her car. Dad's staying with his girlfriend. They have a deep history. They're going to give you a nice little glimpse of what their history is. And it's with a very famous individual that was actually on, what's that called? Adam 22, No Jumper. All right. So this is not him. The person they're going to get into it with is somebody who's an ex No Jumper person. Man, shout out to my dude, man, in the building, man. What's going on, PA? Shout out, PA. Hey, PA, just so you know, man, the StreamYard link is over here on the non-mobile side. I see you on the mobile side. If you want to switch over to the non-mobile side, if you got some time, if you want to come up and talk, because this is a dude who used to pimp her. Let me give you out a breakdown. They met because he was her PIMP. They wound up he had kids with one of his bottom B's. One of his bottom B's he had kids with. Okay, I see you. He had kids with one of his bottom B's. And now they're not together and his children involved. Ain't that something? Let's keep on rocking out.
Like in New Mexico and stuff, it's like too much for me, like financially right now, to just be able to, because I'm doing like drug classes for the kids, you know, like domestic violence classes, you know, parenting classes, all type of crazy stuff. So it's like too much for me to like be able to just drop and spend like $300-400 on gas just to come out here like at any given time of the week. So I'm staying out in California right now with my girlfriend.
It's got to be really emotionally tough for you.
It is.
To be without your kids. This is the second time around you've lost 2 kids.
Yeah.
And now you're living in a car.
I'm going to be real with you. Look, I got one child. I can only imagine just even having the scare of losing her one time. You lost kids one time before and you going through that again. We gotta look. At that point, when it comes to life, I gotta be honest. My headspace is primarily around the factor of
you're missing the point.
How you go through two circumstances where, like, so whatever it is, I'm pretty sure. So when they was going through that the first time, did they or did they not say, I don't never want to go through this again? Or did y'all treat that like somebody who's homeless, who's like, I don't want to get locked up no more, but then to get cold enough and you like bump it out, go back into jail? The point I'm making is prevention is better than the cure. How do you keep going through these circumstances? Let's see what we got.
How are you guys making money, or are you making money?
Me, I'm trying to stay out the way, like not do like, you know, crazy stuff and stuff. So I just got a regular job, like a little 9-to-5er. And then right now, I'm doing like this little class, whatever, I'm trying to get into photography.
And then I did have a job before I went to jail. I was working Insta work, but if you miss over a certain amount of days, they suspend you or you can't work. So I'm suspended and not able to work.
Oof.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hit a quick commercial break while we get through this. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Respect.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Mark, I'm 24 now. Man, crazy to think about.
27.
24 and 27.
Yeah.
You guys are half brother and sister.
Yeah.
Share the same dad.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you guys learning?
God have mercy upon us.
Y'all are half what? With kids? And you was shit.
Timepiece Frosty, that's why you only get one chance to cross me.
Let's go.
Me personally, I feel like to learn to like control my anger, which is good. Like I've been learning like breathing exercises and stuff like that. Again, though, my like situation what made me get into the fight or whatever was self-defense, you know, because the dude tried to get me to go to jail, but like they seen the cameras that he pushed me and I hit my head, like you feel me, and
all
like
of that shit. That's your half sister. Y'all got kids together? That's your half sister. And you was PIMPing her out. Wound up having kids to... Man, what is going on out here, dog? Like, I don't... Look, the dysfunction is beyond anything I can think of. Let's keep on listening to this PIMP story with Cuz and his half-sister. What?
I bounced up and, you know, boom, boom, real quick. But I don't know that, like, and then, I don't know, I just feel like I can't put all my eggs.
And for the record, if I'm hearing this wrong, I will correct myself. I'm going to correct myself if I'm wrong. I'm going to listen more. I could have sworn he said that's my half sister. And I could have sworn I heard we got kids together. And are y'all still together? And at the very beginning of the daggone video, they said no.
In one basket, like, you know, like I feel like a lot, like this whole situation, you feel me, could have been like completely bypassed. Like, you know, if like me and her wasn't arguing and I didn't let my, like, you know, I didn't let that push me over the edge. You feel me? I should have just like never been linked up with her to drop off the kids, none of that. Like, you know, I should have just left that shit alone.
You should never have been having kids with your sister.
I mean, yeah, that too.
There's that.
I mean, but even if it wasn't with her, like if it was somebody else, you know, like in general, you
Same
feel
thing
me?
would have happened.
Yeah, like if I'm arguing with somebody, you feel me? In general, that's come back on me.
Okay. So I was correct. He said, even if it wasn't your sister. What the is going on? Everybody, let me go ahead and bring this nigga up right here. Shout out to the guy right here. Shout out to him. I just want to make sure I give him the proper introduction. Let's bring him on up.
Go get the money, 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 I got it. Push it, 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 push it.
That's how that man looks when he in the truck every damn day riding around. What's going on, Rooster?
Wow, what's going on, Schmitty? What's going on, my baby? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
What you got going on, man?
Man,
Hey,
this
look,
shit
I
right
was-
here. This shit crazy, bruh. Apparently, so far, what we got a half brother and sister. The half brother met his half sister at some point in life. Started PIMPing her. They have kids. They break up. Find out that they related somehow or another. And this is where we are. A whole bunch of dysfunctional shit. What you got, Rooster? What you got for this? Come on, talk to me.
Man, look, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Look, the world is big, but it's also small. I blame the parents, bro. I blame the parents, bro. Come on, man. Somebody didn't pull up into the barbecue or get a bologna sandwich and say, hey, man, that motherfucker look like your Auntie Susan. Let me check her background. Let me see. This ain't what you doing, nephew. Come on, bro.
Okay.
But see, but in these spaces, like the content that you showing right now, a lot of folks don't want to acknowledge that that's actually them. That's them.
Hold on. Wait, real quick. So you trying to tell me there's a whole lot of us who, because our parents or whoever did not make it clear that you might have a sister or a brother out there, we might have effed a cousin or a relative and we don't even know it? Is that what you telling me?
I'm finna tell you this though. That was the purpose of old people having the Bible. I ain't finna get in no scripture or nothing, but like grandmama used to always have a Bible, right? Every baby that was born from their kids, even hair locks was in there. The first dime that they gave you or whatever, it was all in that Bible.
Right.
They used to write down whatever their children's name was or their cousin. They used to have a little piece of paper that they used to write every name down, their cousins and everything. So when they become deceased, that Bible is passed down. And it often, even though the pages have descriptions in it, it have other pages that was inserted in it with names on it. So where if you needed help or you needed to know who your people was or whatever, those names was in there. That's your aunties and your great aunties and all that stuff. The people that were before us, like Smitty, you born, okay, you don't know who your mama's brothers and sisters is. But who are their aunties? Who are their aunties and uncles?
I know 4 generations above me on both sides.
Right.
Well, three on one side, 4 on the other. So I mean, I can go that far at least. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, you know what then changed though? And this is why this happens. And this is why we have conflict on the internet. A lot of these people come to the internet because they don't know. You remember a long time ago, you can walk into a person's house. They'll call them a hoarder right now. But they had pictures of everybody that was born. You walk in the house, you damn near going through the middle of the hall, knocking pictures off. There was like, who is that nigga up there with the, you remember them red pictures? When they first started taking pictures, like giving the black folks, they were red. They were the red colored pictures.
Right.
Those pictures, bro. And those used to be pictures of babies in the little upright sitting thing. And damn, that was my uncle. And that's when grandma will tell you, that's the one you look like. And that's why I beat your ass, because you act like it.
I ain't mad at you, Rooster. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead. Let's do this real quick, right? I'm gonna pull this video back up. When you want me to pause it, if you hear something that's like out of this world, you let me know. Let's go ahead and rock out. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 11:32 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's go ahead and rock out.
Yeah, I gotta take full responsibility for what I do, you know. And I'm trying to learn that, you know, as I'm growing and getting older.
How did you not take full responsibility for not getting your half sister pregnant? Let me shut up.
We're still living, still learning.
Yeah, that's right. What kind of stuff are you learning?
A lot.
I mean, you stopped using crystal meth.
Yes.
And that's remarkable.
5 years clean up.
That's great. But I guess there's more to it than just the drugs.
Man. It's just like.
See, the thing is that people don't realize the drug is only a symptom. People start heavily using drugs and alcohol because of something going on in their life. You can stop using the drug, but if you did not address what the problem was, you're liable to relapse more likely than not. Because you didn't address what the problem was. You never got to the root of why it is you started doing meth in the first place. People don't think about that shit. You got something to say real quick, Rooster?
Yeah. And the only thing I say about like drug users, man, shit. The worst thing that ever happens to humankind is somebody saying, try this.
You know what? I can't front. That's probably one of the most sensible and just a short form of a couple words that I've heard you say in quite some time on the panel, sir. And I thank you for doing it on mine. Like I can't front. Like that right there is the gateway before weed ever was. Try this.
Try this.
Yeah, because it started off with a joint. I ain't gonna lie. So I give you that. Let's keep on rocking up.
Everything's hitting me one after another, and it's like I have nobody besides myself. So I kind of have to learn how to do everything back on myself.
Now you see how she tearing up? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That right there is what make people want to get high. Listen, right now her tearing up. When you getting high, right? When you getting high, it numbs all of that. It takes all that shit away. It keeps you from, see, right now she probably sober because of the interview and she's sitting with herself. She's sitting with what it is that has been going on in her life. You smell me now? So like, yeah, she going through it. That's why people start drinking so tough. That's why people start smoking so hard. That's why people start snorting and sniffing and chewing pills and everything else and injecting. Because they don't want to get to the point in which she right there, that little breakdown. A lot of people they cringe that moment. They cringe the moment of I actually got to sit with myself and cry for a moment and let that shit out. Nope, we want to continuously overstimulate ourselves, keep ourselves submerged on the internet, keep ourselves submerged in drugs and alcohol, keep ourselves submerged in anything outside of I need to deal with me. At this moment, what you got, Rooster?
And the only thing I can say, the reason why people relapse is because the internal war. The shame of yourself in the internal self is, even if you remove yourself out of a situation.
Hold on, Rooster.
You still got to deal with yourself.
Shout out to my man PA Texas in the building. Big dog in this bitch. What's going on, PA? Shout out. What's going on with PA and Pissy tonight? You on mute.
My bad. You gotta
What's going on, PA?
Yeah, you gotta ask Pissy them questions. That's not don't ask me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
but
you gotta ask Pissy.
Real quick before we get that going, I want to make sure Rooster can finish out his thought because I did interrupt him to let you up. I didn't want you to sit in the back too long. Rooster, finish what you saying, bruh, and then we're gonna get to you, PA. Let's rock out.
Rooster. Yeah, a lot of times like that small breakdown was her not wanting to confront herself. No matter what goes on in your life and what's like other people try to do to you, like when people are on like addicted to a certain thing, they tend to relapse because no matter how you remove yourself out of the situation, you still got to deal with self at the end of the day, whether you're in a shitty hotel or sleeping in a car and everything, you are still around you and your thoughts are thumping. So shit, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It is what it is.
I like that. All right, bet. PA, you go ahead, get in there. Say what you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this so far? Yeah, man. Half brother, half sister. He used to PIPM her, and now he got his half sister pregnant, who he used to PIMP, and they now separate and they got kids together. This shit crazy. What you got?
Like they share a parent?
Yes. They got kids together as half brother and sister, and he met her through PIMP in her. Yep.
That's hey.
This a crazy story, bro.
Look. She on heavy drugs. I'm talking about real drugs.
No. She said it. She on meth. Just so you know, I don't know if you heard it. She on meth. She said she recovered. Yeah. She recovered from meth. She a meth addict.
Oh, she ain't recovered nothing. Oh hell no.
That's heavy, bro. That's heavy, bro. That's heavy drug, bro.
That's a drug of all drugs. I mean, now she is on meth. She ain't recovered nothing, and I knew. I mean, as soon as I got in there, I just looked at it and I sent that comment over. Oh, there's some heavy drugs in this situation. Heavy, and I mean, I'm talking about real drugs. I ain't talking about no marijuana. I ain't talking about no coffee. I ain't talking about, man, I'm talking about heavy drugs. I'm talking about booger sugar, meth.
He said booger sugar.
Or rocks. Piedras, like they say over in Latin America.
Piedras. Yeah. Piedras.
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 Fumando piedras.
Piedras. Right. Yeah.
Piedras.
Right. Yeah. You hip.
Yeah, hablo un poquito español. Yo sé, yo hablo un poquito de español, lo sé, la inglés, pero yo hablo español más rápido.
Yo comprendo español.
Sí, yo sé, porque tú tienes un padre es cubano, ¿sí?
We on an English channel right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You know, just in case y'all don't know, my man PA Texas, this man stay going back and forth to DR, but don't you ever call him a passport bro. He's not a passport bro. He's a man who travels.
Man who travels to bang chicks in Spanish countries.
I ain't mad at you, my
There's a difference.
I'm not mad at you. So this right here, I mean, I don't know. So let me ask you this. Let's just go here. All right, I'm gonna start with you, PA, and then Rooster. I want you to answer after. If you were her father and you wound up, you haven't seen your daughter in, let's say, 10 years, you see this video, you have her information and her contact, her number. What do you say to your daughter after you see this video? And you're familiar with him as her half brother. Like, even if you don't know him like that, you're like, I remember this little motherfucker when he was like 8 years old. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? What do you say to your daughter? You first, Texas, and you after, Rooster.
I mean, you want a real answer, or
nigga, I don't want you to give me nothing fake. Come on out, PA.
It ain't fake, but I mean,
you know, we just talk, my G. Like we met up here. Let's just talk. Come on.
Both of my answers are real answers. It's just I don't know which one I would say. I mean, because that's a hell of a decision. The first thing I would do as a compassionate person that I am, I would be like, hey, I was like, hey, it's time for me to help you change environments. Okay. You have to move far away, far away. And if I have those abilities, if not, I would just tell her to move in with me and let's straighten this out. Now, the other part of me who don't give a damn sometimes, I would be like, hey, bend over so I can kick your ass. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would have told her.
Right.
But more than likely, I wouldn't have done the latter. I would have tried to be a helpful person. Or
what if she says? What if she says, "Dad, this is all I know. I don't know anything else." When you and mom, hold on. When you and mom broke up, everything for me just changed. I don't know nothing else, Dad. What do you say to her? You up next, Rooster?
Well, I would ask her, is she a retard? And if not, we're gonna have to learn something else.
Boy. I knew PA was gonna go there. I knew you was gonna go there.
Got to learn something else.
Shit. So basically, you know what I'm saying? You just basically on something.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I got you. So she out of her mind. Rooster, what you got for that? That's your daughter.
Now,
she called you. What you got?
Yeah, right. Okay. What I would have asked her is like, when you was in a certain situation in the earliest stage of this shit, why didn't you call me? And or why didn't you at least give me a goddamn breadcrumb to even find you, to get you out of a situation? Because all at the same time, 9 times out of 10, I already know who my kids is. Even though I'm out of the picture, you were supposed to call me. Go against what's been. Listen what I'm saying.
Rooster, she winds up saying she cut you off and she says no. And she's crying. She's hysterical. Hold on. She says, Dad, that was your job to find me. I'm your child. I didn't ask to be here. Rooster says what?
That's when I go to the brother. Say nigga. I say nigga. Okay, you know how your dad was moving. You know I got multiple kids out here. Nigga, every goddamn female that you ran across, why didn't you do the motherfucking check and say, is this my sister? Like Chicken Little said when he was saying the sky was falling, nigga. The sky finna fall on your goddamn head. Because, if you come from me, right? And whatever you doing, the shit come from me. Whether you pimping or whatever the hell. So anytime even if you the son that run off and do whatever you're doing, you still supposed to be talking to Papa and say, is this the right thing to be doing? And I can say, yes, my son. And is this the right thing to be doing? No, my son. And then when you bring a certain woman to the barbecue at the family function, I can say, hey, that's your sister, my son.
Okay.
Great. Did you fuck her?
No.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Finish it off.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So this all about folks being detached. And everybody want to do what they want to do without trying to seek help in how to do wrong the right way. And look at where they at now. It's the right way to do wrong, man.
Okay, so Rooster, I want you to, in a nutshell, because this is why I was trying to let you finish out, which, you know what I'm saying, I'm proud of myself, I did. Rooster, she says to you, no, Dad, it's not my job to seek out my siblings because I didn't have them. It's your job to let me know who I'm related to. You say what, in a nutshell, so we can get back to the video.
Oh, you cut me off. So evidently you cut me off from the tribe or the knowledge of who's in the tribe. So that's the thing.
Is it really possible for a kid to cut off the parent, or is it the parent's job to make sure? What do you say, PA? What you say to that?
Yeah.
You got kids.
One of my kids cut me off.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the details, but yeah.
No. You good. Yeah.
Yeah, then if you see that two of you as a their father is an abject failure. If you see two kids that sit up there and bust nuts in each other, where were you when you were like, "Hey, come meet your brother"? You know, because I have a half brother, and my dad brought me around my half brother. My dad wasn't the greatest man, but I knew my half brother since as long as I've been living.
Hey,
and if it had been my half sister,
PA, real quick. There she go. What's going on, girl?
Hey, sugars. How y'all doing?
Okay, now.
Hey, guys.
Everything
How
is
y'all
good.
doing?
Everything is good. PA, go ahead and finish. Yeah. Finish what you were saying, PA. All right, we good.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, but I can see how her lips are poked out on this Paul shot that she loves smoking that doggone meth, man. So even with that going on, I mean, when you got them drugs, them drugs don't play, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she man, that and he probably put her on, and if he was trying to keep it pimping, I know a little bit about that life, and a lot of people who chili bowl pimps and popcorn pimps, they use drugs to control. And that's he might have been the one to do that. My cousin, rest his soul, my cousin used to be that type of dude, man. He used to have the stinking ugliest ass toes that a pimp can ever have, man. And I'd be like, man, where you get these from, man? What
you wild as shit, PA.
He used to lace them up. I know they was on everything he can get them on, but he wasn't no player ass dude like me.
He just kept them high enough to where they didn't know what was going on half the time, and he was able to manipulate the situation. It is what it is. Nah, you got something like that. Nah, I know what you're talking about.
No, but look. But the thing is, though, the whole thing
You next, Jen.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Rooster. No.
But what I was saying is, a lot of times, people come into situations as they are, right? But you run across those folks, and if you into that ism or that pimping or whatever, you just learn the two necessary to keep them in bondage, right? So if you know a woman likes to smoke weed, you just meet a woman at the club, right? You chilling, and then this motherfucker got a thing for drink. You just feed them the same thing, and they're gonna still be because I'm gonna show you something. Every time it comes down to an argument, know what they'll do? Just because they like that drug or like that alcohol and everything. When you say you need to get up off this shit, even though you standing up there like pimping and say you could do better, guess what they're gonna say? No, it's never the drugs. It's not the alcohol. Can you get your ass to the store and buy me some more, nigga? You shut the hell up. You fucking up my shit. So guess what you do? You keep giving it to them because they was already that person before you ran across them. You see what I'm saying? So he didn't know that was his sister, right? He didn't know that was his sister. His sister came into the stroll with an existing habit, but once he found out, he was like, "Damn." So the show must go on. We already fucked up now. Shit.
Okay. I got you on that. So far, I don't know how much you've seen, Jen, but what you got, beloved? What you got for this so far?
Is this the couple? I know I heard you. This is the brother and sister, right?
Yes, so it's a brother and sister in another.
No, I was asking for clarification because I follow the story on a brother and sister who had kids together and it looked like them. But then I went back to look and I'm thinking it's another couple. But they had to like leave out of town to go have the baby and all that because it's illegal where they live. But I don't remember the story part
I don't.
line. The storyline being there was any type of like pimping, or I know there was drugs involved, but I'm just was trying to see if that was the same story that I've already been aware of the brother and sister who had kids together. And like I said last time, I remember it was illegal for them to have the kids in the states they lived in, so you have to leave out of the state. But I do know that they had, that was their storyline.
You know what? You know what they did say? They did say.
Yeah, and then the one video I saw, because she said she had 2 sets of kids taken. One video they had their kid with them, and I think that was right before they got the kid taken, and then they had another because it was a small baby, and they were being interviewed in the same exact setting, in the same exact fashion. But yeah, if this is the same couple, then yeah, those are the 2 that were brother and sister. When they found out about it, they still were, they still proceeded to still be together, and at that point they were already. Hold on, you've been up here. I just wanted to say what I can say. Good Jesus.
Let her finish, Rooster. Let her finish, Rooster. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just asking a question. It's always Jesus and shit.
Rooster, just let her finish. You got it, Jen. Soon as she's done, you can go ahead, tap right in, Rooster. Don't worry. I got you, bro. You can talk over here. Rock out, Jen.
Well, that's all I was saying. That was just trying to confirm that it was the same two people that were kind of notorious. They're known, like everybody, not everybody, but I'm saying that they've been interviewed before, to where they have a little bit of
where they're from.
Yeah, to know. Well, they've been interviewed in the same platform, which is on a national podcast. So they're known because of their interaction and them having their 2 sets of kids taken and their precarious lifestyle. I didn't know anything about the drugs, her saying she was on meth. But yeah, last time I saw the interview, they had a child with them. And their whole thing was they couldn't, because she had 2 sets of kids. The first kids got taken, and then she had another set of kids.
It sounds like them because that's what they said, Jen. Yeah, they said that, at the very beginning, you might have missed that part if you weren't here. At the very beginning of the video, they said, the kids got taken. They did say that. So you might be talking about
the same people. Yeah. Yep, and they were happy. Like, it was like a jovial interview. And the whole premise was, how are you guys, like, how is this even happening? Because that was the thing that they're brother and sister. So yeah. And they worried about any degeneracy, or they worried about any illnesses and stuff like that. Go ahead.
No, see, my question wasn't to nobody, but my question to you, Smitty, because I don't know nothing about this right here. My thing is, how would it be illegal if they hadn't told anybody who they were to each other? So basically, some kind of way somebody then got them to say exactly what they was doing, and now it became illegal in their spaces, and they made it bad for them.
Well, let me help you out. Let me help you out, Rooster,
how people would know that they brothers and sisters?
Well, I don't know about the brothers and sister part, but I think everything.
Half brother and sister, you're still brother and sister.
Of course, we know that. Like, in our community, we don't do that white folk stuff. Like, that's my stepbrother. Like, no, if y'all got even just the same mom or dad, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's it. You know how we go, right? We got people that's been in the family long enough that's not blood related, and that's auntie.
We call them cousin. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we know how that go. My point is that these 2, just so you know, just from them being like, he was her PIMP and she was the worker, just from charges itself, I think things
they had charges on them. Okay.
Man. Of course. They had
to. So that's what I'm saying. So it was a illegal thing that was going on.
Through the legal system, I believe that's possibly how that got unraveled. If I was to take a guess, because just like everybody else up here, besides Jen, it seems like she's the only one that seems to know. I came across this on my timeline. I don't know. They
did the DNA for the baby when they did the paternity, and that's when they found out that the 2 parents had shared the same. What's it called?
Bloodline.
Look, y'all do know, y'all.
That's how they found out.
You
said, how did they know? Because she had to go to the hospital, and because she was on drugs, when they tested the baby, to make sure the baby was okay. And when she was having the baby, that verified the other person, and then that's when they found out both parents shared the same DNA strand.
Wow.
See, but Spirit, so watch this though, Spirit. Watch this though. Look, a long time ago, they used to actually perform that procedure before you get married. Now they don't do it in a lot of states. A lot of states they used to before you can get.
Wait. What procedure? What procedure?
The
blood test. They don't do it no more. They was doing that for the same.
You have to ask for it.
No.
Okay, so hold on.
A long time ago, it was mandatory.
It's mandatory. Now you just have to request it, and they're saying like, remember we was on the panel, who was there, and all the fathers were saying, why would I need to do a blood test when we were explaining to the fathers that back in the day it used to just be mandatory that they would just do it, whether they wouldn't ask you guys, they would just do a blood test on the parents for this very reason. But now they would ask the parents, do she want to do a blood test for the kids? And the fathers are getting offended, like, why would I need a blood test when that's my kid? Just to turn out.
Oh, hold on.
But no.
Rooster,
But see,
Rooster, real quick. PA. How many you got, PA? Okay, Rooster, how many you got?
I got 3.
Okay, I got 1. Okay, so we got 2, 3, and 1. Boom. All right, so real quick, I'm talking about us as dads. Okay, so us as fathers. All right, I need a show of hands of how many of us actually had that actual blood test with our child and or children. You did that, PA?
Shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I blood test. I don't trust none.
I did not have a blood test for mine, dog. That's mine.
Oh well, shit.
I don't trust none of you. But
see,
my son came out. Oh my bad. My son come out looking just like me. My son come out looking just like me. I was like, oh, I ain't worried about that one. You know what I mean? But then the rest, the rest of them, I was like,
no. But see, Smitty, Smitty, the main reason for the blood test, the mandatory blood test was because back in the days, people was not that far removed from slavery. What they was doing is trying to make sure that the Virginia breeding farms children wasn't intermingling and mating with each other. Look it up, man. The whole thing is when they had the Virginia breeding farms, right? The breeding of black people was so tight knit because they had breeding farms all over the East Coast and in certain places, Kentucky and everything. When they finally freed black folks, they didn't want to make mongoloid babies or some people that was like deformed or whatever, because they actually seen that through the processes of overbreeding. Just like Genesis, you dealing with dogs, right? What happened when they overbreeded the Rottweiler? If you know what I'm talking about, bone deficiencies.
Yeah, you get the back legs
blood.
The black legs are weak, and then you get the with a certain breed, you'll get a spotted tongue.
Hip deficiency.
You get the hip deficiency, and then certain breeds you get a spotted tongue, like the husky, or like when you breed a husky or an Akita, you get that deficiency when that spotted tongue. That's also a deficiency that you shouldn't be. And then the bow leg for the bulldog. That's how you got the bow leg. Is they bred that in too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing that happened. Okay, if you look at dogs and study dogs, the same thing that they do to the black humans is damn near the same along the lines of a pit bull. That's why you see a lot of folks, white folks I don't know if I can say them. That's why they don't embrace pit bulls like that, because the same behaviors and treatments is the same thing, bro. See, I don't like to let folks know how smart I am. I just want to be the fool. So if one of these niggas
I got you, Rooster.
This is an easy problem to fix, though, man. You just bone white chicks.
Oh my gosh, this dude, this guy right here. All right, so that's the answer. Just go ahead and bone. So hold on. So if y'all all out solving that problem of boning white chicks, who's serving the sisters? PA.
Well, The white boys got them, the sisters, they spend. I got 2 sisters. Well, one of them married to a black guy. No, I got 3 sisters. One of them married to a kid. He died. Well, one of them be married to a Kenyan. And a Kenyan, which is a different type of black guy.
Hold the F up.
It's the same type of black guy, but he ain't related to nobody in America. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
You telling me right now that basically it's a trade-off? We need to solve our problems by banging the white chicks, and while we're absent away from the castle, white men can come in and bang our women. While we're
they let them bang anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want no pink wee-wees.
That's crazy. Jen, talk to him, please. Jen, please
I'm
talk.
a third white.
Talk to him,
I'm a
Jen.
third white.
You can't even be. I don't even know if I like light skin like that. I had one light skin. He was almost white, and I'm like, I can't do the. No, sir. He was light skinned. Mama was white. I got a cousin. Her mama white, daddy black. But I understand. Love you. Jesus loves you too. But I just.
It wouldn't hit.
You just gotta.
It ain't hitting.
No, it's just the whole idea that even though even little stuff like, how you can walk into a room and see another black person and y'all nod, like they don't get it. They're like, what are you? Why are we talking to them? They're strangers, or like
that type.
Them just saying some of the stuff that would be weird. It would be like how I need to do a little extra more to comb my hair. Versus combing her hair or combing their hair, or it was one that was really crazy. Eating certain things at certain times of year. Like she straight up, because her mama white, she straight up like mayonnaise and jelly. Like we'd be like, what the hell is that? So it just be like, or getting pulled over by the police. Like she absolutely is a jerk to know that she can't get pulled over by the police because she's like, my mom's white. She looks white, but she doesn't even get that because she understands, but she still be like popping her shit when the police come because she'd be like, okay, like they're not, whereas for me, I can't say nothing. I just have to give you my driver's license and shut the hell up before I get Sandra Bland up in here, So.
I just need to know briefly, Jen, what did you say mayonnaise and jelly? I want
mayonnaise and jelly, yo. I was like,
I want to know what the hell is that?
She was like, she was like, my mom always makes this. It is so good. I was like, what the hell is this? And she opened up the bread. I was like, it's mayonnaise and jelly, yo. She was like, it's delicious.
Somebody called
the police. That sounds like a bad
Somebody called.
I was like, your white mom made you lunch. Feel special.
I didn't say eat with the white chicks. I said bone them.
That's mayonnaise and jelly.
That right there.
That's a crime.
You know what?
That's a crime.
Fact, Rooster, hold on,
Rooster, they're like mixing goddamn Fabuloso with bleach. You got me.
Nah, but hold on.
That toilet gonna be shit as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Respect the
Before
hoe.
we get back to the video, I also got a bone to pick with you. I got a quick bone to pick with Rooster. And Rooster, I'm just gonna say this and we're gonna push play. Rooster, earlier today, this evening, you were saying something about coming to the cookout, and just in case they come to the cookout and they want a bologna sandwich. I've never been to a cookout
with a bologna sandwich.
Bologna sandwiches.
That's some white people shit.
Rooster, okay.
They got raisins in the potato salad too. Bologna sandwiches and
I don't know
raisins in the potato
you've been
salad.
To. Like the cookout. The cookout is supposed to be the getaway. I'm just saying, Rooster. Make it quick. Make it quick. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Okay.
Let's get back to the video.
Back to the referring to that bologna sandwich. Have you ever seen a pack of wieners cooked on the grill that ain't never been opened?
How do you put a packet on the grill with the plastic on there?
Whose mess is this? You put Whose mess is this? You put them on the TV. Go home! Bro, don't. Go home! Go home!
Who's man?
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get back to the video.
You don't understand now. You don't understand. Then I'm saying.
Ruther.
Very well. They didn't set good examples. They didn't show you much. Your mom is still a sex worker.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
And probably a drug addict.
Yeah.
You don't want to pause it. You don't want to pause it.
It's in prison.
I'm not sure where
Hold
I'm
on.
at.
What's up, PA? Who said
that
something?
says everything? Mama said it.
Yeah, this is the same couple. This is the same people. Yeah.
That says
Let's keep
everything.
on going. Let's keep going.
That is,
Yeah.
and
But you know, you didn't have the parental guidance to really set you up for a life where you're going to thrive and do well.
Now, even though mama was is it really because dad wasn't there, or is it because she didn't have a strong mom in the household? Don't answer, just keep it to yourself. Let's go.
But that doesn't mean you still can't figure things out on your own and do the right thing.
Right.
And you're still young. You can still do that.
I think my biggest lesson is it's just time for me to grow up and start prioritizing and realizing what really matters to me and what I can honestly just let go of.
Yeah. What's it like living in your car
Very tough.
in winter in California?
Cold. It sucks. I wish I had a bed to lay on.
Yeah, they declined because she had her hair
What?
on her ponytail on her head, and they had a kid with her, and they were living together, and they had kind of already had some. So they declined. They kind of went down from here because they were happier. They were kind of like holding the baby, and the baby was squirming around. There's a whole nother video of them, like I guess when the first set when it first happened, and they first started having kids. So I think this is a progressive, like spin the block. It looks like there's like he spun the block. Like, let me see where they are now, what's going on now, what's happening with them, and because they were being interviewed in the same setting. There was a room just like this. They were sitting next to each other, but there was a child there.
This is a soft white underbelly.
Yeah. So it was the same.
This is
I
soft
think it
white
was the same
underbelly.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I feel like it feels like deja vu. Like I've seen this already with the same two people.
The other one might have been you know how you do the black and white as well. Maybe it was in black and white. I don't know. Let's keep on going.
It's cold in California. When have you
And I
ever
will
seen
help her, but that's gonna compromise my
California at
situation.
It is not cold in California.
In the wintertime,
My
it does
girlfriend-
get cold in California.
No, okay. What part of California? I've been in the Bay Area and in Los Angeles. I've never felt cold in California.
Okay.
Real? No. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Were you in the Bay Area in December?
Mm-hmm.
Was it January or February? What was the month? What was the time of year when you was in the Bay Area? Because that can also kind of help out with whether or not you see what I'm saying, PA.
Then the Bay Area is a little weird, but in the Bay Area, the weather really doesn't change. So you could go over on the East Coast, you have seasons of snow. It never snows in in California.
No. We get that.
Never.
We get that. I got a cousin who's over there in what is that called? Where the Parkers were. God dang it.
It's LA.
That's Los Angeles.
No,
that is there.
Yeah, it's LA, but it's a specific part where the Parker show was actually filmed, that part of California. Anyway, my point is, he said it never snows over there. Christmas is very different because he's from here, the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Where we got all 4 seasons. We got that out here. We got fall, we got spring, we got summer and winter. My point is that when you went out there and you're saying that, what time of the year was it?
So I lived in LA. I lived in Sunnyvale, California, which is right outside of San Jose.
Goodness.
I lived there I lived out there for 1.5 years. So I had all 12 months and a couple of more.
Okay, so it never changes what you're saying.
It doesn't change. In the summer, it goes down to 40. But it'll never get to 32. But it's dropped in the 40s, like 46, 47 at night. If you go in the mountains a certain way and that breeze hits. But that's about as best they get. And then a few hours later, it's 70. I mean, it's some of the best weather on earth.
I would think it does get chilly.
Well, I beg to differ, but
Yeah, because when you're near water, from what I know, Cali is near a bunch of water.
It gets very cold.
Like if
I was
like
born out there. I was born out there, and I lived out there half my life. You know how they say Cali born out Cali. How's it go? Cali birthed me, but Michigan raised me.
now
So
Michigan gets cold.
well, it's supposed to. It's surrounded by lakes.
Not lake.
But the California desert, like the whole going into the desert.
The
I mean,
Mojave.
I went.
You talking about the Mojave? I've been
I
out
went
there.
skiing up in Big Bear in California, and it was snowing because in the wintertime it snows.
Oh,
up
you
in the
talking about
mountains,
Big
so.
Bear?
But
yeah,
I also
I've
know
been
by
to
the
Big Bear.
beach, though, when you go to the beach, I lived in La Jolla. You go down to the beach, and the whole city of La Jolla is half land, half beach. San Diego's half land, half beach. So I lived off of Ocean Boulevard right there in Long Beach, in Long Beach. So walking out my door some days was 40 degrees, 30 degrees. The water wasn't cold enough to freeze. However, considering that the medium temperature is in the 90s and 80s on a regular basis, 40 is really cold. It ain't like Michigan 40. Michigan 40 is nice outside, but because it gets below zero here. So when you compare it to how cold it gets, that's cold for out there because that's really cold overall. That ain't no Michigan cold. We talking about below 14 below zero is, cold to y'all.
Yeah,
Unbelievable, right? So, but 40 degrees living in California, when I lived in California most of my life, yeah, I got to Michigan and was like, how do y'all even go outside? It's too cold, because the coldest I got there was, 32 going through the Nevada desert, going into Southern California, going up in the mountains. It's now, the fog, and it's getting a little frigid during those colder months. It was getting down to, 40 degrees, 30 degrees, but it wasn't freezing anything because the ground is still warm. Here in Michigan, it freezes, the ground is frozen. So
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The cold. That's what I'm talking about. Cold. Now, from what I see, this guy in the South white underbelly is not going up to Big Bear and go and get clients. All right, he's going to get them off of Figueroa, or off of Skid Row or whatever, right?
Oh,
and
so you saying
LA,
he getting the lowest of the low? He getting the lowest of the low.
So, but they're outside already.
You think he got these ladies from? You think this lady is a Oxford grad or something?
The homeless in California is different because you outside in the elements 100% of the time. So it do get cold if you outside all the time.
No,
you will feel colder or hotter because you are outside consistently. You don't get to go inside and go get air if you're homeless.
If it ain't no ice on the ground, it ain't cold.
No. I was about to say no, Jen. Honestly, the more you're out there from let's say before you went up there, you had bad allergies or something. I think me and you talked about that. I even said it when I had my little time out there and I had to rough it. Let's just call it, man. I done figured out, man. I done lost all sense of allergies. Definitely, your body does adjust. That is something like, what used to be really cold because you're used to being in a house where there's heat and air, where it used to be hot, used to heat and air. Nah, you adjust. You out there long enough. It's just like you're just outside. Your body, just like how animals do. The summertime hit, they'll shed some fur. When the wintertime hit, they'll go ahead and the fur thickens and they just adjust. All right, you know what I mean? So that's just
California. California is a good place for people that got asthma and shit, because it's like a brown paper bag.
All right,
you don't have no tree.
Mute him.
Look.
We gonna get back to the video. This nigga
look. It's like I'm telling you, I done been there. What did you?
Go ahead. I'm listening. You said California is a great place for people who have asthma. Go ahead, Rooster. Is he
all right?
talking?
Go ahead. No.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on to the. You know what? That might be God. Let's go ahead and take advantage of the moment. Yeah, take advantage of the moment.
If she know like how far me and Azrael go back and stuff like that, so she don't even feel comfortable with like Azrael like being able to come like stay with us or nothing like that, because she go think like we fucking on the low or something like that. You feel
and
me?
I wouldn't want to anyway.
Yeah.
We're just not compatible. It's hard for us to even be in the same room together.
That's your half brother.
That's why.
And baby daddy
like his ass.
/ baby daddy.
Not supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Not supposed to be. Damn it! Like, what are we doing right now?
at times.
That's I was surprised when she asked me, like, I want to do this video and stuff like that, because we haven't really spoke. Like, not trying to be like that, but like, ever since the kids got taken, like, I'm not cool like with her like that, you know. Like, I'm really not like.
Oh,
you know,
see, yeah, that told you guys.
I feel like we both had a part to play, like, and the kids getting taken. Like, I'm not cool with that, like, at all.
But
Yeah,
you
y'all was
cool
over there
with, hold on, wait a minute. You're not cool with the kids being taken. I don't think any parent should be, right? That's valid. But you were cool. Hold on. But you were cool with having kids with your half sister?
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell!
In the whatever.
Hey, what makes it half? Do you have the same mom and different dads? Same dad, different moms? What's the half?
Either one.
No.
No,
That
I thought
don't
you had to have
matter.
the same mother.
But that don't matter. That don't matter. The fact is that like they're half, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't matter. They're half
different
brother and
parents.
It does matter. It does. Well, it one of them does matter. I think one is actually
okay. So
acknowledged
you
as
saying
making
that
it.
okay, if they came
They
out
can
the
get a
same
half.
vagina, so you saying
Yeah,
if
that's a difference than them having the same father but two
it's
different
not.
moms.
no, how?
Go look it up. Just pull up another tab and
I've traced
what you do
my
on the
family
show.
all the way back to Germany.
Don't make me
Yeah,
ask
but you can look
Nah.
it up. Just ask Nancy
No.
what is a half sister, half brother mean?
I have sisters. You have a different parent.
You're not
One
Nancy,
different
sweetie.
parent and
We
one
want to
sister.
ask
No, we
Nancy.
know. All right, hold
I'm
on.
smarter
Let's
than
ask
Nancy.
Nancy.
You want
We're
me
not
to
trying to
ask?
do all
I'm
that.
smarter
Just
than
ask.
Nancy.
Hold on.
Just
I'm gonna
ask.
ask Nancy.
It's content.
Jen, I'm gonna ask Nancy. I have no problem. Nancy's right here. Nancy, right
Mhm.
here. I'm
Okay.
just saying. What am I asking Nancy in particular?
What qualifies you to two people to be half siblings? What are the characteristics of half siblings? How are you half siblings? What makes you half siblings?
Okay. If you don't mind, both of y'all go on mute while I do this, just so I don't pick up no other sounds. Let's go. All right. Nancy, are you there?
Hey, yep, I'm here. I can hear you loud and clear. What can I help you with today?
Nancy, I would like to know what exactly are the DNA components that makes technically what would be called a half brother and a half sister.
Good question. So exactly. A half brother or half sister shares just one biological parent. So in terms of DNA, they have about 25% of their DNA in common. That's because they each get half of their genetic material from one parent and the rest from the other parent. So they only overlap through that shared parent. Does that make sense?
No, not really, because you said half. It's only two people, Nancy, but you said that they get 35% from
25%.
one parent. 25% from one parent. So, Nancy, how was it half of the DNA if only 25% was induced into one of the children?
Great catch. Yeah, let me clarify that.
Yeah,
So
I caught that shit.
Exactly. So both siblings still get half their DNA from each parent. The key is that the parent they share only contributes to that overlap. So the 25% figure comes from comparing the two kids to each other. They're not half the DNA overall. They just share a quarter of what's passed down from that one parent. I hope that clears it up.
Oh, so like kid A is one bubble, kid B is second circle, and then they overlap. The circle in the middle is what makes them half. You know, like you get that little piece in the middle that has all the circle in it, that has both circles in it. Whatever that diagram is called. But that's what I saw in my head when she explained it. She was like half, they get half from each parent, but the thing that overlaps them is the 25% of that from the one parent that they share. Which is okay, so it doesn't matter. So you were right. It doesn't matter if it's the father or the mother, then it's just the parent that they share.
Yeah.
So this is how this happens. So every one of us, we get half our, it's not half, it's not exactly half, but it's roughly half. We get half our
you
DNA.
get half from your mama, half from your daddy. 16 and 16. You get 16 chromosomes. That's all you got.
Yeah, but I'm actually more akin to my mother than my father. But that's neither here
But
nor
that's
there.
your kinship. But your DNA, your dad gave you out his little wee with 16
No, wait.
chromosomes.
Not kinship. Are you?
Your mama
No,
gave
no.
you
Are
16. Your daddy gave you 16.
Wait a minute. Are
I'm
you
talking
saying?
about percentages.
It's
Hold on.
50-50.
Wait a minute. Are you
No,
more
it's not.
connected or
It's
percentage?
not exactly 50-50.
Science
It's
says
not
it
exactly
is.
50-50.
Science just
Break
said
that
you can
down.
have.
Break that down. Break that
Nancy,
down.
I am
No,
a
I gotta
scientist.
hear this. Break
You're
that
not.
down.
But,
I am a scientist. How the fuck I'm not a scientist? You don't know who I am?
I didn't cuss
Sorry
at
to say
you.
F
You
word.
could be disrespectful. You still ain't one without the cussing.
I'm a computer scientist and I'm Oxford educated. I actually went to England to go to school.
Okay,
I don't
all
tell
right.
people
You
this,
say all that.
but I'm a
No one
computer
cares
scientist.
on YouTube. But go ahead.
I know
Sweetie.
you don't care, but I'm gonna
You're
tell
more
you.
concerned with that if you're
I've been,
if you're actually elevated. You just go ahead and present your information instead of arguing and having banter.
are actually perfect. So I'm about 52% kin to my mother and about 48% kin to my father. Because I've actually done the DNA test, and so has my mother, and so has my father.
So how are you more your mother's if they both gave you 16 chromosomes? Your mom gave you 16, your dad gave you 16. So how are you? You got 18 from your mom and 14 from your dad. You got 16 and 16.
Yeah, that's not even right. We have 23 chromosomes, 23 pairs. But anyway, okay, that's neither here nor there. So it's 46. So that's neither here nor there. So sometimes you get a little bit more DNA from your mother than your father. Matter of fact, every time you get more DNA from you, it's never 50-50. The only thing is 100% is identical twins. They get 100%. They have 100% of both because of identical twins. Everyone else.
That's because both the one sperm fertilized the one egg, and then the egg split.
Okay, yeah.
But that would make that what you said true because one sperm went to one egg and the egg split. So, but you're saying only
that's
some
100%.
of the DNA.
That's the only time it's 100%.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense if only some of the DNA from your dad got to your egg, and then more DNA from your mom got to your egg, and then because those two got together and produced a 60-40 split of just you. But with the twins, the same DNA went, the same 14% DNA went to the egg, and the same 18% went from the mom, and you made identical twins, and for some reason they have 100%.
Yeah.
The same process happened to make you that made the twins, but for some reason to make you,
that's not
it
the
was
same
different.
process. But okay.
It is the same process. The sperm come out the wee, it goes through the tubes and connects to the egg. The egg splits and makes twins. Your egg didn't split, so your egg stays by yourself. You have one egg.
Is that a different process or not?
That is not the same thing. It's the same process.
Is it a different process or not? Once they egg split,
it's not different because your daddy jacked off into your mama and gave her a nut and put it all up in her egg and gave it to your mama's egg and created you. The same thing happened with the twins, except your egg didn't split. So what is different? What is different when it come out your daddy's dick and goes into your mama with the sperm? How come some of the sperm made it out for you, but all the sperm made it out for the twins?
Yeah, I'm going to be wrong on this one. You're going to be right. So with everyone is more kin. Everyone here is more kin to other parent by just less than a couple of percentage points. But they just say 50-50 because roughly they round in it.
So that means everybody, whether you make triplets, quadruplets, centuplets, octuplets, 1 baby, 8 babies, 6 babies, the same process happens for all the babies to get here. The 60-40 split. That's what you're saying. Some of your
that's
DNA
not what
from
I'm
your
saying,
daddy,
but I got you.
But most of it, some of it from your mama. Not 50-50 though, but more from your mama and less from your daddy. But all of us had that happen. So Smitty got some of his daddy and more of his mama. I got some of my mama and less of my daddy.
Now,
everybody got it.
That's so when you only have one parent, whether it's a mother or father. Now, when you have the other parent, so you cut that in half when you have a half parent. So half of 50%, which sometimes is 25%, is roughly 25%. I mean, excuse me, half of it is roughly 50%. So half of that is 20, half of 50 is 25. So 25% comes to that. So you're only 25% related because there's a whole nother 50% from another parent that the half sibling is not related to. So that's where that answer comes from. So that's but I'm probably wrong on that and stuff like that. I don't know. Never know.
Man, don't you? No. Don't you talk all confident and then bow your head down and say I might be wrong at the NPA. I'm not accepting that, sir. Stand on that.
Don't
shit.
accept it.
Anyway, Jim.
Don't accept
it. What you got, Jim? Before I push play, what you got before I push play?
I said what I said. It was in the in the rebuttal.
Okay.
Oh, I just lied. I'm actually 49.9% related to
That's 50. Because if you have 49.9% dollars, you don't have dollars.
Yeah,
you 49.99. Give me one more penny, which we don't make no more, and you will hold 50%. But that's okay though, because I want to do money. I want to do business with you since you like to do 50% your way, which is 48, 50, 47% on your side and 62% on my side, and then we're gonna split that 50.
Oh, it's my son. My son is only 47 point. What the hell is that number, man? I have to take my glasses off. 47 point something percent related to me, so he's more related to his mother.
Hold on. So why do they say
47.5?
Then why on DNA test it has to be like a 99.9 or something, or they say it's inconclusive, or it's like
there you go.
Like that shit. Wow.
There you go. So it's not 100%. So you're a little bit more related to another parent.
Not related. So, you related to both of them. You're not. More
a little bit more. Yeah, you're more related.
You're related to them. Your mama.
You share more. You're a little bit more. You have a little bit more.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
It's not a lot.
Let me say
almost 50%.
Let me say this. All right. So for example, right, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Pops. Me and my sisters and my brother, all of us, we wanted to give Dad a kidney. We couldn't because the bloodline wasn't the same. All of us had like either AB, BA type. Dad is O. So even though that's our biological father, not near one of us came out with O blood type.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that in the sense of like, I don't know, maybe that could be the scientifical aspect as to why that could be blood type wise, because PA 9 times out of 10, if you needed an organ, because the organs have to be based upon the blood. I'm telling, I know this from personal experience, from going through this with my pops. It has to be the blood type has to be it has to be not similar, the same. Because if not, your body will reject it. And even when it is the same, right, you have to take anti-rejection medication for the rest of your life, which my father did exactly. You got to take anti-rejection medication. I'm hip. So, but my point is to land it is that it was more my mom. They said, if it was your mother, then you would be able to go ahead and do so. If my mom needed that kidney, I could clean my body up, stop smoking, blah, 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 for a few months and go ahead and give that to my mother, flush my body out and give it to my mother. I couldn't do that with my pops because they did say it was different. So I'm only saying I thought it was half and half, but now that I think about it and what we just looked up and what Nancy just told us, it's like, damn, maybe that is the case, that it's a percentage. Because it has to be, considering I can't even give my father a body organ. You see what I'm saying? I can't even give him a
like
body
the bone
organ.
marrow and all that when you're not even compatible.
It's not compatible.
I got the same thing because I got the RH factor from my father, and I'm not compatible with my mom's people, with my mom, because I got the RH factor. Well, I'm not compatible with any of them. With my blood type. I'm saying? That's crazy.
And different kids get different things because the some factors may some of your siblings may be compatible, but some not. But there's dominant. Well, then there's a whole lot of stuff. There's genetic stuff, and there's then that dominant recessive stuff and all that thing. But for as far as a DNA test, as far as what I know, as far as the ones I've taken, the child is a little bit more related than a little bit more related. It's not a lot. It's like a less than 1% sometimes. Sometimes it's up to a couple of percent. For instance, I'm 51% related to my sister. I'm only 49% related to my mother.
Do the recessive genes and the actual features, like, me coming out honestly from my ear shape, actually my features, the only thing I primarily got from my father is like facial structure and skin tone. My father's dark skin, like, for example, as you all would see right here, right? So if I go right here, boom, let me do this right here. Let me remove, you see that right there? So let me just go ahead and do us right here. That's my father, okay?
Mhm.
But I
You
look
gotta put
like
us on the side. Oh, yeah,
but
there
I
you go.
look like my mom. I look like my mother.
Well, but most boys look like their mothers, and most girls look
And
like their fathers.
so, right. So what I'm saying is that when I look at this and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, the only thing I got from dad, as you can see, is his skin tone. But my
Mm-hmm.
mother, yeah, I mean, look wise, yeah, that's all Mom Dukes. I am a handsome version of my mother. That's my mother's face. Yeah.
So
So
you're saying that
anyway,
that percentage that's in between is accounting for like the things that are recessive, the things that your father gave you. But if you look more like your dad, or if you might have more of his features, you might be more genetically connected to that particular parent by default.
no. Because what's crazy? Like, I don't know.
Because you could
I
have
don't
like,
know.
according to what he's saying, you could have like 48% your dad, but because you look like your mom, you could be like 52%, and it's still 100. It's just,
I'm gonna tell you
you
right
know,
now.
you get the looks from your mom.
I picked up more of my mother's everything. Like, for example, I smoke. My mother smoke. My dad don't. I like wine. My mom like her wine or whatever, her little drinks and stuff. I'm talking about on a light,
Me too.
on a light type. Yeah, no, not like UPA. No, mom,
I really like it.
nowhere near like you. But my point is that, like, snap to snap off real quick, like that whole, like, I will cuss you the F out. That's my mother. So my point is that I noticed. Mute real quick, Jen. I don't know. PA. One of
That's on
y'all.
him, on his end,
'Cause,
on
Oh,
his
my bad.
siren.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got sirens. Like, anyway. So my point is that when it comes to like the quality factor, there are so many actual, like, as I got older, I recognized that I'm a lot more like my mother. Like, we're not morning people. Don't talk to my mother when she first wake up. Don't talk to her when she first walks in the door after her long shift at work. You better give her about an hour. Same thing with me. Don't
So
try to
I'm a
wrap me up about shit when I first walk in the door. So to land it, my point is that the qualities that I got from my father, hear me, was instilled from him. As I got older, the qualities about my mother that I have connected, I naturally learned, oh snap, I'm just like you. She never tried to instill it in me. And I'm not saying it's a better thing or nothing. I'm just saying, like, me being into sports, because my father put me into sports. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of the things that me and my father, like, I'm a chef. I said it many times. My father was an international gourmet chef. I fell into cooking because my father cooked. I grew up wanting to be real, you know what I'm saying, dashing, and you know what I'm saying, like clean and fresh. Like, I got that headspace. I got that I'm super fly, I'm super fresh type shit because of dad. Dad taught me you should be able to see your face in your dress shoes. I grew up to that. Make sure
That's old
everything
school.
fit, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I grew up to that right there. Keep you clean. I don't care what your hairstyle is, whatever. Make sure it's on point, as straight as fresh. Make sure you smell good. Keep your nails clean. Keep your teeth clean. My mother, everything I learned from that, she ain't talked to me about it necessarily. I just found out one day, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. You nasty as shit in the morning too? Yeah, me too. I can't stand being woken. Hold on, wait a minute. Don't talk to me until after a certain amount of time when I get home from work. You better let me be able to just take my shit off and just hold on. Let me shower. Let me, before you start, let me, it's so much I figured out about my mom as opposed to what it is I knew about my dad from what he taught me. I digress. My mic is muted.
Yeah,
Apparently, in light of my father passing, at last September, come to find out, I'm very much like my father. I'm not very much like my mom. I look like my mom, but I really look like my dad. And I'm very much like my dad. I did not know that until, of course, stuff like that brings people out the woodworks. And then I just found that out too. That I'm like, whoa, I'm like him. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your dad. That's what your dad used to do. I'm like, what? You haven't said that shit in years. What do you mean? Look at what my dad used to do. But yeah, apparently I got his whole attitude and the whole I don't give a damn. I can be by myself. She said he was a master at being by himself. He played chess. He would play himself. However you do that. But yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah. I've studied science and math pretty much my whole life, and in nature, so there's things in practice and in nature with studies. There's rarely things that are like cut down the middle 50-50 or 100%, or it in nature in practice. Now there's 100% no, but there's not 100% yes. If that makes sense. I trust me, I had I had some problems through my studies through college and high school, studying this stuff. But yeah, so whenever somebody says 50-50, it's nothing's ever 50-50. It's almost like saying, hey, me and my significant other, we split everything 50-50. That's BS. That's impossible. You know what I mean? Because in nature, somebody's going to pay more, whether it's $1 more, 50 cents more, or whatever. So
yeah,
that's
but
just,
when you're not in relationships, you tell someone 50-50, folks is waiting on your other half of your bills.
I
They're
don't
not
understand,
paying no more
but
than
I'm
that.
talking about in nature.
Yeah, you're saying, I get what you mean. You're saying even in real, just by innate, and we have an innate ability to kind of look like compensate for each other. However, even when you bring it into relationships in that lane, that whole 50-50 is literally, I'm paying $49.95, I'm paying $49.99 and 1 penny, and you are paying your other half. There's not, so people aren't, they're not having that. That's not part of the conversation of, they do. There's a perspective that says, yeah, it's not really 50-50 because sometimes I may pay for dinner and you pay for the last time, and you pay 60, I may pay 40, you pay 70, I pay 30. But that part of the 50-50 conversation, the people that are sticking to that literally are paying 50-50. And I experienced it. So when I experienced it, I was like, no, you're dead ass serious. And he was like, we're dead ass serious. So when I paid my 50% to the light bill and they cut the lights off because we owed the other half of the money, like, he got a real good revelation on what 50-50 looks like. It doesn't mean I'm covering your ass. It really is actually my 50%. We're roommates. I only owe you my half of the bills. I only owe my half of the groceries. Ain't no extra. Ain't no compensating. So I get what you're saying, because people are saying, no, 50-50 doesn't really look like that. To those who are actually operating under 50-50, there is literally that line drawn down the middle. I lived through that shit, and that shit was like, are you seriously saying 50-50 is for real? Yeah,
no, it's impossible to pay exactly 50-50. That's all I'm saying. It's nothing exactly.
It's not impossible, but I understand what you're saying. If
it is impossible.
We're
It's
living in a loving
absolutely
relationship. It's not impossible because I pay 50%.
It is absolutely impossible.
Let him finish, Jen. Let him at least get his thought out.
It's absolutely impossible.
Go ahead.
Yes, because it's impossible. I don't even want to get into a darn math class here, but so if the bill was $100.01, it is impossible to pay 50-50. Somebody has to pick up
you pay $50.50, and I pay $50.50.
No, I said it 1 cent.
PA, are we really talking about penny pinching though? That's
But
penny
it's
pinching.
never like
it's
that.
not penny pinching. I'm saying it's
It is
impossible
penny
to pay.
pinching, brother.
I'm saying
It
that
is very possible because roommates do it all the time, except when you're saying if we have a loving, compatible relationship and we go together,
No, that's not
then
what
you're
I'm
right.
saying.
But if we 50-50, if I'm paying my half of the bill, when the bill comes and the bill is $56.17, we're going to take that number and divide it, and that's what money I'm giving you.
You cannot
That's
divide
money
that
you
by
owe.
2 and pay even.
Go ahead, PA. You got the floor. You cannot provide that. You cannot divide $50.17 or wherever. Then you cannot divide 17 cents by 2. Somebody has to pay. Oh goodness gracious! Somebody has to pay 8 cents. The other one has to pay 9. Technically, that's not 50-50. Somebody's paying more. But when you round it off, nobody cares about a penny. So, that's 50-50. So that's what I'm saying with the DNA stuff. Does that make sense? Or am I just...
It's late. We're just talking.
No, actually.
Does that make sense? Somebody has to pay 9 cents.
You went somewhere. Look, I still look at it as because at the end of the day, exactly. Hold on, wait a minute.
That is not 50-50.
No, wait a minute.
It's
Wait
rounded 50-50.
No, see, that's
Nigga,
what
if you live with me and I gotta pay half the bills, that's exactly what I'm doing. There's no rounding shit. You can round all you want to. I don't want to be a scientist. You want me to pay half the bills.
I know.
And your girlfriend wants to be, we're at the very point that we are 50-50, we are roommates. So therefore, everything is split down the middle exactly. If you spend $7 on groceries, I owe you $3.50. If you spent $25 on the light bill, I owe you half of that. Whatever that is what. I'm not rounding up, rounding down. Now, if that's on you and your graciousness and God moves you to cover the extra penny, that's on you. But guess what? You can still go and pay your 50-50. It's the whole idea of the fact that we're splitting shit down the middle is crazy. But yeah, that's not no shit.
When have you went to the grocery store and spent exactly $7? It's usually $7 and something else.
I don't know if it's $6.
Somebody has to pay more.
$6.48.
And I mean, even if it's a penny, it's more. See, you all are saying, if it's a penny, it's still 50-50. As a scientist,
I didn't say none of that. I just said that's on you. I'm not paying more.
A penny is a difference.
No, but hold on. You said $7. I mean, last time I checked, I believe $3.50 would make that 7. So if we
when have you spent $7?
$3.50 makes that 7.
But usually when you go to the store, it's $7.38.
We're saying when the bill comes,
$30.79.
The rent is $1,500 a month. How much is your rent? The rent to live here is going to be $2,600 a month, $2,500 a month. How much is your rent?
You can split that. You can split that in half.
Now we're gonna go ahead and get back to the video. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out. Hey, but they get into a fight, like I said, and it was
they gonna start slugging on him.
Okay. Nah, man, it was somebody that came from a famous show that's on YouTube, and we're gonna look at this. Let's go.
I'll still be with my son. You feel me? Right now, probably up in New Mexico. You feel me?
Is there a chance that Azariah might get the kids back?
There's a slight
very
chance.
slight, very slight. That's why they're trying to move forward, get the kids to me.
But I am in all my classes. I'm doing everything. So
let's fast forward, right? So these two, this is what I think Jen is talking about when we get to the this part right here. This is where everything, like when I first started knowing who they were, was from this argument.
What do you think the first step would be? Getting a job?
Yeah.
Some kind of way to make money?
Yeah.
It's great that you haven't relapsed on the drugs.
Yeah, it's been tempting.
I'll bet.
Yeah, it's real
crazy
tempting.
Story you guys
getting
have.
high yesterday.
Yeah.
It is.
You could write a book on this whole story.
Right?
There's a movie that should be made about.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I want to make a reality TV show. I think that'd be freaking crazy. Feel me?
Well, I told you guys a while back that you should have done that when you guys were together. That is if networks are looking for a reality TV series.
Now we're going to look at when they were together and the conflict that they had with somebody who was known on these YouTube streets.
Yeah, something like that.
You guys had it.
That should
Like the
have
little
been back
cutscenes, you know,
then
like when they do like the
were
personal interviews, whatever. And this bitch ass nigga got me fucked up because yeah.
No, I'm glad you guys are getting along.
Yeah. I'm just, I'm just trying to work through stuff and stuff,
There was that one video that we shot of Sharp, who a lot of my regular viewers know. He wanted to do a talk with his Raya.
Yeah.
And we set it up. And
what you say, PA? You say pause.
Sharp. Yeah.
You hip. Yeah, you hip. Let's go.
It was all scheduled. And then last minute, as Raya said, I want to bring, she was probably intimidated by Sharp, which a lot of people in their right minds would have been, because he's a very strong personality. So she asked if she could bring you.
Yeah.
And I asked Sharp, and he goes, yeah, that's fine. So you guys all got together here. And it was
a mess.
It was such a crazy, chaotic mess.
It was a mess.
That I couldn't even post that thing.
Yeah, it was a mess.
I didn't want that craziness on my channel, but it was like Jerry Springer times 5.
Right, boom, and I do the side-by-side comparison with your text messages, and you're directly contradicting the shit that you say up on the videos, bro, with your text messages.
Where are you coming to
How
play
is this
on
at?
this, though? Like, why are, like, and this is a real question.
Okay. Let me hear this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why, and it's simple, I'm going to throw it out there for surface level. We know of her, right?
Yes.
Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Where do you exist in this entire equation?
That he's my
because that they
who gives a fuck? There's a family.
Hold on. Right, so he's the one that stayed. He's the one that stayed and gave me purpose. That's where he come in. He stayed and gave me purpose. He stayed. He got me out of drugs. Right. But he also stayed. He also made me get off of drugs. He also put my life in order.
No, listen. As a family member.
No, listen.
How? What family did I have besides him? Yeah, but he's definitely calmed down a lot since then.
Yeah, I'm way chill now.
I think he's starting to.
You've been PIMPing your half sister.
Yeah, Sharp definitely. I mean, just from his conversation. I mean,
what you got for that so far? What y'all got for that?
I don't really have much nothing. I don't know. I don't know the aspects, but if PIP in anybody is, I don't have a whole lot of respect because I tried to step into that realm many years and many beers ago, and to try to take advantage of that industry and pocket money is just, I'm just not built like that. And
right.
And I mean, I easily had another way out because I was in school or whatever to become I think I was in school, but that's neither here nor there. And I was finishing up. This is back when school was important. Now it's not so much. It probably wasn't important then, but that's neither here nor there.
School is still important. Don't say that.
Man, but like, to become a computer scientist, a computer engineer, you can learn that on YouTube if you have the drive. And paying a university, running up big bills for that, I don't think is a very good idea. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? If you can do it for free.
Jen,
yeah. But anyway,
let's go ahead. Jen, let's go ahead. We're gonna play a scenario. Okay, Jen? Let's go ahead. I want you to get into character. This guy is your son. This woman is not his half sister. Okay. So listen, we're playing. Just come on. Let's go ahead, role play. This man up here in the green fleece, he is your son. This woman up here is not his half sister. So we're gonna make it so, let's say this just a strag he met on the streets and everything. You haven't talked to your son in a little bit. Y'all been a little bit estranged, although you did everything you can to raise him the right way. And then you pop up one day and you see this video, right? Whether a colleague sent it to you or just popped up on your timeline, and you're like, that's my dad. On, baby, what the hell is Deshaun doing up this? So now at that point, you have your son's information. You know how to contact him. Let's just say the circumstances you choose to, contact him. What do you say to your son? You see this. He's PIMP in a woman. You raised him better than that. What do you as a mother say to your son? If that was the circumstance, Lord forbid.
And that's not his sister?
No, yeah, exactly. Nah.
Just a regular in your body?
Just met a strag. Yep, that's just a strag.
And then I see this online and he's arguing with some dude about pimping this girl.
There you go. What do you say to your son?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the conversation would be like, because at this point you're gonna I would want to just give him my take on it. I don't know. I would hope that I have a relationship enough with him to where you can believe me what I'm saying to you as being.
I said that you all have a good. No. I said you all have a good relationship. You raised him the best you can. Like, you were there from in the whole night. It's just one of those, he's an adult and,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like, I'm hoping that we have a good enough relationship to where he believes what I'm saying to him, because at this point, it looks like he is an adult. So, I've heard people say, and I've experienced this, that you hope that you are your kids' friends when they become adults, because you don't want to be their friends when they're little. You want to be their friend. You want them to like you at least, So I'm thinking, hopefully, that we have a good enough relationship to where he believes what I'm saying whenever I'm saying to him about what he's doing. Because a lot of times that's the thing, that people do things and you say, well, and we give them a spiel, or we say to them what we think is right, and it's not that. So you just want the person, I would hope that you just want them to believe you. Like even, talking to your daughter, she believes you. That's half the fact, that she believes you. You could tell her anything, and she's, especially if she has that, if she reveres you as a parent. So I would hope that I have something to say to him, that he believes me. I'm not just giving him no "mommy loves you" rhetoric, if we're here if you need, all that, because that's kind of like, a broken record. So I would want to say something to him that will let him know that I have his back. I'm here for him. I understand whatever decisions he's making. I can't make him make another decision because he's an adult. I could just let him know what I feel about it and what that means to me, and hopefully he believes me. Because some parents have, kids be out there and then they don't give a shit what you think, because that's why they left you alone, right? There's a lot of people that ghost their parents, as adult children. So, even if you had a good relationship, they want to be so far removed from that whole life that they don't talk to their parents, even if their parents were good to them, right? They don't want to end up like them for whatever reason. So you have all that to add in there, that hopefully you have a relationship where when you do call your child and you say, hey, honey, just let you know mom's here for you. I love you and all that he actually believes it. And he's not doubting whether or not you're just spitting rhetoric to kind of, move him and make him do what you want him to do. Because they're fighting that part too, right? You just want me to come home and you just want me to do, he's a grown ass man. Mm-hmm. And all you can do is let him know you're disappointed in him, but you hope that still matters, because when they're grown, your disappointment don't mean shit to some kids when they become adults. Some parents, some kids do. We still have that effect on our children, that if your disappointment still breaks their heart. But for the most part, a lot of people, when they grow up, your disappointment, so what? Okay, mama, I'm grown. So you hope that still matters to where it's affected him, where he's thinking like, damn, my mom isn't cool with this. But if he's a grown up adult, what can I say? I'm gonna just tell him, what this is like out here in the streets, and be careful. Mom loves you. You know what I mean?
Nah, you got a point there.
He's an adult.
Nah,
go ahead.
You say 3 words. You say 3 words to him. Pimps are failures. That's what you want to be.
But that don't mean shit if he's already been doing it and he's been successful by his own measure of success, which means I ain't had to call you for shit. Successful, period. You see what I'm saying? If his measure is if the measure is I'm leaving this, so I got to be underneath your headstone, and I got to call you for shit. Guess what success is? I don't got to ever call you. That's successful.
Well,
so tell me,
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying with that one.
And I got
get it.
money.
You know,
I'm feeding myself, taking care of myself. I got coins. How much am I really a failure if, in that perspective? Because I'm,
yeah,
they
because most people don't see
winning.
past Thursday.
Right.
But we're talking about what pimp is really rich like that. And I ain't talking
We're not talking about that.
We're
We're saying, what would you say to your son if that was your
That's
son?
what I'm saying.
Pimps are failure. He's gonna be like, Dad, I got money. Fuck what you talking about. I don't need you, nigga.
And especially somebody who's his dad probably doesn't have money. You know what I mean? That's why he's probably in that realm. So I definitely get what you're saying. Like, damn, like, yeah, I mean, I'm pimping. This girl's giving me money. We smoking meth. We getting paper. We straight. But until I can only, come from my like, hey, I'm just trying to put myself in his dad's shoes. Because in my shoes, I'll be like, you don't get that little shit out here. I piss more money than that. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
He already don't want to be like you because that's why he's out there.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying if I put
he could have had a good father for all we know. He just don't like that nigga.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know, but I'm making some assumptions that I'm sure I'm wrong about. But I don't see somebody being somewhat a decent father that can't keep his son from putting tattoos of whatever the hell he got tattoos on, and then expecting to be a part of, something besides doing some. I don't know what the hell, because there's nothing wrong with tattoos, but at some point you don't want to mark yourself to where people can mark you, like, oh, I know who I'm gonna shoot or whatever. Oh, the one with the rose on his neck, Nah.
Well, I mean, that kind of, I don't know, because you got all these people who are celebrities. We just saw a thing about a girl had a tattoo on her face.
Different.
It's not different.
We all ain't
people with tattoos. Said people with tattoos. So people with tattoos that have tattoos on them, they don't necessarily participate in a certain lifestyle to where they're going to be shot. They are sometimes entertainers. Sometimes they live an off the grid lifestyle. That does not necessarily mean that.
Yeah. Now, and I'm just going.
But he could have came from a good home because we've seen this happen too, where the kid is like it's unbelievable that you come from somewhere who gives a fuck about you and you just out here on the streets rebelling.
Nah, that's a fact.
Be the top richest. And that's a fact. But you look at the top richest people who ever.
No,
lived.
wait, real quick, PA. And I want you to keep going. I said, I'm actually that example. When I was out there, I've had many times, like random moments, just chilling and kicking and cooling it. Folks will just bust out and be like, just hearing me, like how I'm able to articulate things, like little stuff I know that's real deep, maybe scientifical, whatever it be. Just being well-rounded. They just be like, bro, why are you out here? I've had times when I was locked up. Yes. And they like, Smitty, why are you here? So exactly what Jen just said. And now, mind you, the reason why they're saying that, because even though they never met my parents a day in their life, they could tell from how I conduct myself, how I talk and everything, nigga, you come from something. Why are you here? You know what I mean? So I digress. My mic is muted.
And the fact that you can be out there doing what they're doing, and that particular person, we all know, sometimes they don't have nowhere to go. And then the fact that you can be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to be out here slinging. I'm gonna go home. That whole thing by itself is crazy. So that's why we've seen situations where they be so far out, high off of whatever they're on, and then when you find out they really don't come from they didn't come from the stereotypical circumstance that would produce this. They come from an actual good place, a nice environment, and we're wondering, how did you get here? It's typical if you say, hey, you look back and they got one mama and the other one only had one dad. You know what I'm saying? They had all this brokenness around them. But we've seen cases where, like Smitty said, both parents was at home chilling and he just was out there rucking amok because he just wanted to be rebellious or whatever was inspiring him, and ended up being now on this side of the tracks. So, that's why I was thinking about them too. Like, it was never indicated that they, that he came from a broken home. It says she did because her mama was out strolling like her, but it didn't say nothing about him.
They have brother and sister. Of course, they both came from a broken home, and they sitting there boning each other.
No, one person got a family, and the other one got one mama. They have brothers, but one parent got with somebody else. So now that child has a family, but the other mama didn't ever get with nobody else. So she been a single mama. So this, what I'm saying? That's what they're saying.
So the one that got two parents, and the guy or the person, the other person couldn't sit there and say, hey, you got a sister out here. You telling me that's not a broken home or a broken parent? Of course he's broken or she's broken. Even though they had two people in the house, of course that's broken. You know what I'm saying? And like, trust me,
Are you saying his parents, like their parents, knew that the other kids were out there? You think their parents knew that?
Yeah.
So her mom knew that she has a brother out there somewhere, and vice versa.
I'm saying one of them knew. Somebody knew. Or somebody,
that the other one existed.
Knew is a very, very strong term. Somebody had a clue.
A clue.
Okay. Somebody had a clue.
He said that's a strong accusation.
Yeah. Somebody had a clue. Somebody had a clue. Somebody had a clue.
I can buy it because I have a half. I guess I would. I don't know. I have a sister that's got a separate mom, but we have the same father. So yeah. I mean, it's not that we don't know each other exists. It's just, you know what I mean? We got our own family. So, you know what, I understand. I see how that could work. Like, it's not that I don't know she's alive. I do know that, but I just don't know her. You know what I mean?
Introduced, right? Somebody introduced like, hey, that's your half sister. It could have been half brother, right? But somebody like, hey,
the parent that we have in common told us. But I guess if he never tells you, then I don't know.
Then that's a broken home if somebody's not telling you. That's
or maybe he don't know, because some of these dudes have kids and don't even know about it.
Look,
some men have kids and they say they don't know about it until the woman.
Of course, yeah, because
they can say something.
Of course, but men, look. I've talked to men who say, and it's men out here that'll say, "Hey, are you sure you don't have another kid?" And if they'll sit there and tell you the truth, they'll never tell a woman the truth, especially if they're trying to get to some cat.
Oh,
but
Lord.
if they ask one of their boys, like, "Hey man, are you sure that you ain't got nobody else?" That it's some dudes be like, "Ah man, I ain't got nobody else. I'm good." Then somebody be like, "Man, I don't know." See, their parents should have been saying that, "I don't know," at least that, But his parents probably trying to say, "Oh, I ain't got no other kids. We straight," just so he can impress his mama. You know what I'm saying?
Because her mama was still out on the stroll, so her mama was.
Yeah, he should have told his son every now and then, "I smoke meth just like y'all do, and then I go out there on Figueroa and I raw dog chicks."
Oh my goodness!
I mean, he should have said something. But a lot of guys ain't got that kind of heart. How else did she get here?
Because of the raw dogging of the cheeks.
Yeah, Pound Town raw dog action. You know how it goes when you're out there. I mean, I'm just pushing. Go get the money. Go.
You on mute. Take it off mute.
My mother, like I have a similar story where my mother was one of the top. She graduated as a biochemist and was recruited by some of the top medical schools in the country. And her children paired, besides myself, her children paled in comparison to her achievements. So we don't listen to our mothers all the time or our fathers, And so I understand that part that could have been, but from what I'm seeing from this story, that dude ain't that. Now I may be making assumptions. You all are talking about exceptions instead of a rule. Usually when a kid is going astray, they ain't got two parents or somebody on their ass and they just not listening. Some of that stuff sticks. And those kids be like, you know what, my dad say, "Hey, I don't need to be out here getting pimping, because if the end goals are what I want, even if they're not successful, but like, where do you see the PIMPs go? And where do you see the HOE 3s go? And is that a successful? And do you want to surround yourself with that type of environment? And I get it. You're like, well, I ain't got to come beg you for money. You ask me questions. I got my own bread and I can do what I want. So that's that for a kid. Yeah, that is a measure of success. But then, like my mother told me, she was like, oh, is it really successful? And then she pull out like, hey, what you doing right now? All right, I got half of that right now too. And I ain't breaking no law. Now what? And so, you know, I don't think their parents are telling them that type of stuff. Anyway, man, I've been talking too much. So,
is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is. You're right. It's fact.
Nah, you on point, PA. Let's go ahead, look, because what I want to do, I want to get through at least about a good 5 more minutes of this video or so. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that a little bit, and we're going to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? 3 hours max or whatever. So let's go ahead and get it in.
Grow a little bit more.
Mature a little bit?
Yeah, I ain't trying to, you feel me? I'm worried about my kids, you feel me? I ain't got time for the games or none of that, you know? Just trying to stay out the way. Feel me? Stay focused. That's it, that's all.
Yeah. What are your biggest regrets?
Mine, in general, coming to California. I should have stayed my black ass at home.
Bro, what is the problem here? Bro, hold on. Wait a minute.
You're missing the point.
You don't know about that midnight train to Georgia?
No, man, bump that shit. Why wasn't... Hold on, man. Let me... Are you playing with me?
California.
Why wasn't your answer? Why wasn't your... What was your biggest regret? This knucklehead said, coming to Cali. Why isn't your biggest regret having babies with your half sister, nigga? I just...
God have mercy upon us.
Bottom of the hill.
I'm just saying that shit crazy. Your biggest regret. He said, no, can we stop there? His biggest regret is coming to Cali, not having babies with the mother, with his hat, with a relative. I don't care if it was dad's nut or if it was mom's for JJ. How's that not your biggest regret? So you with that shit, huh? Come on now. We obviously ain't learned shit. And I'm talking about them.
Yes, New Mexico. I should have stayed home up on my property, you feel me? Boom, just doing my whole thing, because now I can't even go back home right now because I'm fighting. It's going to be like 6 months to a year battle or possibly longer, you feel me?
But is it not because you did some incestual shit? Let me shut up.
Timepiece Frosty, that's why you only get one chance to cross me.
Just to try to get my kids back. And
what happened to those properties that you guys said you had?
Which one? So the one up in Arkansas, I still got
Arkansas and New Mexico.
And New Mexico.
That's all he had to say.
Still got both of those ones.
And did you guys lose the kids? You didn't lose the kids because you guys were
no
homeless or nothing like that.
It's just because of
literally the fight.
The fight and no car seat.
And they came, and since he had prior cases, just snatched my kids. Didn't even give me no option or nothing. Wow. Fucking wow.
Yeah, CPS doesn't mess around.
Yeah. I know the last time we was up in court, the whole like our little videos whatever popped up and stuff, but there's like not too much they could do, you know, so it's cooling. Feel me?
Israel, what are your biggest regrets in your life?
Probably just not knowing when to close the door and walk away. Certain things are just not
What that
meant.
mean? Well, no, yeah. What does that mean? You should have kept your legs closed and never opened them in the first place to your brother. I'm going to keep emphasizing that. This shit is not like, why are they not highlighting What's up with y'all as like siblings on some other shit?
Women
I
can't
should
keep their
have put
legs
myself
closed.
and my kids and our happiness before anything else.
You've been
And I
getting,
felt like I felt them as a mother.
you failed them. Yeah. You also picked some
questionable characters to be
questionable
around. Yeah.
partners.
Yeah.
I got a call just like a couple nights ago from Fly. He called me from prison and he wants to do a video. And I'm like I'm not, I can't, the prison's not going to let me just come in and do a video with you.
Right.
And he's stuck in there for years more.
Got no money, they will.
So I said, maybe when you get out, let me know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'll be like that.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are healthy. I'm sorry you're going through all this crap.
It's all right. Gotta go through these dark days to appreciate the light ones, you know?
Well, that's how you learn, I think.
Yeah.
And I think the lesson here is there's benefits in doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Making an honest buck.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on how this guy's been giving honest bucks to most of the people that's been on this platform, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Listen,
make an honest buck, really?
Yeah, I mean, that's like, come on, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this how it's supposed to be spoken about. Like, this is absolutely out of this world ridiculous. Period. First and foremost, I don't know. Do y'all know successful circumstances where the PIMP went on ahead and impregnate his top junk and had a successful marriage for a long time and there were no issues and shit? I'm not saying there's not near one. I dare somebody try to come up with an anomaly. I'm saying overall, from what I do recognize, a pimp, a PIMP, excuse my language, because we got to watch that, y'all. That's why I keep spelling it out. A P, right? Let's just call it a P. A P who has his O's, to go ahead and impregnate one of your O's is equivalent to when Biggie say, don't get high off your own supply.
No, I don't even think that's equivalent.
It's equivalent.
I disagree with Biggie. It may be a little similar. Because
now, hold on. So you telling me that if you had a fleet, you probably do, knowing your ass.
Not a fleet. I don't get out.
All
like
right, so
that.
you telling me? Nah, but just hear me though, PA. So you trying to tell me right now, like, if you got like a lineup, let's just call them a lineup. You got your lineup.
I've been in that industry. Like I've stepped here and there, and I've pulled money out of women's high heels. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? So I
get you on that, but I'm saying though, have you ever looked at one of them like you want to get them pregnant? No, I want us to stay real far. Okay. I want to stay tunnel vision.
But we're just talking about me. Now, I'm just talking about the situation as a whole.
Even on you. Let's keep it tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. Have you ever thought about you personally getting them pregnant?
What? Well, you got to understand. Understand this part. Shit. What they are doing for a living. I'm trying to have them be a mother and we raise a child. I have to sit there and let them suck liquor out their mama's titty because they about to go on the stroll. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, I've seen that. You know what I mean? Boy. I've seen that. I've seen women drink while they breastfeed. I've seen that, right? I've seen that.
And this is in South America? This is in South America?
Here in Texas. Here in Texas. Now,
okay, all right, so hold on. All right, so wait a minute. All right, so hold on. PA, directly answer exactly what I was asking you.
The answer is no, because they are hoes.
Thank you.
Excuse me, 304s. And However, pimps have a mentality.
Uh-huh.
All women are like that. That's all it is. It's just that which ones they can break.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, P's have a mentality just like H's have one.
Right.
Just like H's have one. And they're both wrong. Dead wrong. But kind of right. You know what I'm saying? So
he said, but kind of right.
Yeah, because I mean, one of the wisest people once told me one time, man, I'll never forget this. I was in college. He was like, he wasn't even school. It was his dad, and he said the world is full of H's, so either you're P or T.
Right.
So that with that mentality, yeah, they might want to do that, but you asked me, was it going to be successful? Of course, it's not. What H is successful?
Okay, all right.
What P is successful, and what T is successful?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You said you dibbled and dabbled in that
Trump.
life. I've never had. I'm just saying.
Not Trump. It's crazy.
Yeah, Trump's wife is an H.
He said, "What T is successful?" He said, "Trump. Which T is successful?"
Because his wife's an H.
No,
right?
Come on,
male or the H.
Come on.
You go see her movie? You go see about her new movie?
Man, I ain't watching that BS. His wife's an H.
Here we go.
He bought her. I don't know. She probably sees a little pricey.
Freed her. Oh
man, you can use whatever euphemism you like, sweetie.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but he
rescued her from the mean streets of wherever the hell she came from.
With what? With what?
His money. It was a rude mean streets over there.
No, not just money, influence as well. Influence.
He couldn't speak English. He had to teach her English. He still can't speak English, but he had to teach her English.
Man, Trump badly knows
it was hard over there, hard out here in these streets.
Trump, anyway, Trump ain't teach nobody that. Man.
He says, I taught Melania English.
Listen.
Taught her some good words from New York.
Trump says he's a 2.6 golf handicap.
Hold on. Listen, we have to recognize that all presidents have certain qualities and certain things that have benefited the people, and all presidents have most qualities that do not.
What?
Which Bushes you talking about?
All I know is that y'all know how I go. Like, I'm not with none of that shit. I'm just saying for those who are with it, those who are gang, okay? Every single president that you guys go for, okay? They have some qualities that will be beneficial to the people. And then there's going to be a lot of things that they're not going to have that's beneficial to the people. Every single president that you can think of and name. Every single
I can't think of nothing beneficial that dude's ever done in his life. Trump is here to fizznug, shiznit.
He freed some black folks from prison.
Okay.
I'm trying.
And then he also tried to lock up the Central Park.
No, you're right. He did do that. He gave Lil Wayne a pardon. I like Lil Wayne.
He tried to lock up Central Park 6 forever.
I mean, listen. As much as we be like free mans in them, if he gave pardons to us, bro, I mean, are you really mad at it? Would you be mad at it? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna elect somebody president so he can free Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne more than almost any other rapper.
I'm not gonna lie. This is one thing, even though I did not vote for him. No, I didn't. I'm just hearing about what he's done. I'm very thankful that man is taking the time to go ahead and make sure that illegal immigrants cannot take jobs from those of us who are homegrown citizens, and our nieces and nephews, our uncles, cousins, fathers, mothers, everybody need those jobs, and we should be first priority. I don't care what else
Man,
anybody
that's
talking about.
BS,
No, that's
man.
Well,
important. That's
do you think that
important.
that's part of his personal agenda, that he thinks that he doesn't believe,
I don't care
he
why
believes that
he's doing
Americans
it.
should be
If
doing
it's
all the work?
benefiting,
Like,
yeah, but
he wants the industry to come back to benefit him, the big
I
B,
don't
you
care
know.
why he's doing it. If he's
job did they
giving us
take from your
jobs,
family?
then if he's giving us jobs, listen, I'm making a point. The point that I'm making is, I would say, yeah, if anybody asks what would be an example of something, like you would say, what's the benefits, Smitty? I'm just making it clear, something like that right there. I am for like this immigration reform, whatever it is, as far as put us first. We having too many of our dollars taken away. I'm talking about, and it ain't just going from jobs. I'm talking about like healthcare, mental health services, homeless, drug addiction, all of these other facets that we need in our community, education and all of that. Yeah, the more we exclude all of that and put the money back into our own pockets, I'm down with that. I don't care who is in office. I don't care if it's Orange Man bad, or I don't care if it's old Mr. Narcoleptic sleepy pass out during the meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever is going to put that into motion, I'm with you. If it was Joe that put that into motion, I'd be like, hell yeah, I agree with that shit. I agree. That's what we need.
They should have made him. Did they make him
Yeah,
undo the three-strike
I'm about
bill?
policy. I'm about policy more so
They should have
than
made him
what I'm
undo the
saying,
three-strike bill.
I don't care how much money or social benefits they give to anybody that comes over here legally, illegally, or on a spaceship. I ain't picking none of that cotton, them strawberries or nothing. And I'll pay every nickel I got. Trust me, I got a bunch of them. For me not to sit over there and spray pesticides on potatoes and tomatoes. Bring whoever want to come over here and do that. I'll buy all their food. Just keep that away from me. If that's just my
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Damn them jobs. They can have them. They ain't over here coming over here being accountants and anybody paying. Ain't nobody coming over here undocumented and pulling out any job making more than 50 grand. I don't see it.
How much you think that truck driver made that caused that big accident? He was undocumented. Remember that big accident on the freeway where he busted U-turn in the middle of the road?
Oh, I think I did.
That guy was undocumented. That was part of the reason. That was part of the deal with finding him and tracking him down, is that he was illegal.
Yeah.
Well,
He was driving a whole truck. He was hired and driving a whole fleet out there. I mean, a whole truck.
Who was paying? Now that's that. Now, and nobody even tells anybody. Nobody even say this. But in Mar-a-Lago and at Trump golf courses, most of his workers were illegal. That's until they came out with a news story about that. And then he had to, because they work for less. I get it. So don't sit over here and throw a rock and hide your hand. That's what he do. You know, Trump said he met the president of Puerto Rico.
He's saying that what? What are you talking about? Say it again.
Trump said he spoke with the president of Puerto Rico. And
he spoke with the president of Puerto Rico. Okay. So he spoke with the president of Puerto Rico. So it consisted of what exactly? Like, what are you saying? All right. So is it something we should be worried about, or they was just having like
we should be very worried about him speaking with the president.
Why? No. I'm just saying that. There you go. You got the floor. Tell us why. Inform the people. Right. Why?
He is the president of Puerto Rico.
He spoke to himself, is what he said.
This is the kind of moron we talking about who's doing great for stuff.
Y'all stop playing right now. Y'all stop playing right now.
Wait, you think I didn't think of that? Of course I thought of that.
Go ahead, PA.
Why he didn't speak to the president of Hawaii?
No, the Virgin Islands. He might as well.
Hey, y'all wild as shit for that. No, I'm just
This
saying
is
though,
this
like
is this is the type of people say he do great. Okay, yeah, he gave Lil Wayne a pardon. Okay, Lil Wayne has been a big part of whatever he's been a big part of. Okay, yeah. He watered some flowers in the garden sometime, you know. Yeah. But on the whole, man, this cat's a disaster. He's ruined stuff. It's people who are dead right now because of this moment. Anyway, let's not talk about it.
Trump is doing things that most presidents will be scared to do, and I think that's what's scaring people. I think the people have been used to us having a president that is, I'm going to make sure that I come off comfortable so you could stay comfortable, and I think he's jumping off the ledge. He's jumping off the ledge now. Listen, this is what I would say. Should he give like speeches? No. I think he should permanently have like a speaker for him that just go ahead and make sure that he doesn't say the shit that he would say. You see
He's
what
supposed
I'm
to be
saying?
reading that prompter. He don't never stay on the damn prompter.
Like on some real talk. So
I'd be like, who asked you that, Trump? This sounds like an old person. Well, I'll tell you, over there in Russia, I'd be like, what the hell? What is he saying?
He said that George Washington took over the airports in the Revolutionary War.
well, listen. We have to keep.
Oh wait, then he said, what's the name? Free the slaves too.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, you know. So, do you believe this? So, this right here, I just want to know, do you all believe this when he says this? See, this is what I'm concerned about, is how much do we believe the leader, right?
I don't believe shit he says.
No, I don't. No. You just hold on, PA. Do you believe what he says when he says this?
President Trump says the U.S. will complete its military mission in Iran very shortly. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
And I'm Terrence Friday. So he wasn't specific about when that is, but in his 20-minute address to the nation, he said the U.S. will hit Iran extremely hard and boasted about overwhelming victory in Operation Epic Fury. Aaron Navarro has a recap.
President Trump told Americans in a nationally televised address that the fighting in Iran will soon be over.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
2 weeks. Everything's 2 goddamn weeks.
About a fifth of the world's oil supply travels is not necessary to end the fighting.
When this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing and the gas prices will rapidly come back down.
President Trump says it's up to others to open up the strait and get the oil flowing again. And he had particularly harsh criticism for America's allies in NATO.
Build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us, as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it.
America's allies say this is not their war.
He said just take it.
Like you grab them in the
they will not be dragged into the fighting or abandon the alliance.
NATO is the single most effective military alliance the world has ever seen. And it has kept us safe for many decades. And we are fully committed to NATO.
CBS News has confirmed NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte will visit President Trump at the White House next week. Aaron Navarro, CBS News, Washington.
Everything with this.
Do you believe him? Do you believe the president? That's our leader of the nation. That is who is in charge right now, or at least the mascot of what is in charge right now. So do you believe him?
I don't believe. Every time somebody ask him how long it's going to take, it's always a couple of weeks.
It's always shortly.
No, a couple of weeks. It's always 2 weeks or a couple of weeks.
Hold on. He caught the president. That president in what? Venezuela. He did that how he said he would. You know what I mean? Didn't he? I'm just playing devil's advocate. I ain't got no goddamn going state. I'm just saying.
It feels like we've been through this before, though, with the president saying this.
No, because
the
I can
Iran Contra scandal and all that crap.
No, I can tell
That
you
was
for right now.
that was during Bush, right?
Yeah.
Iran was Reagan.
And we're fighting with Iran, our country.
Was that Bush? Was that Bush
I thought
or Reagan?
that was
Wait.
I don't know. I'm old.
Big
I don't
Bush,
remember.
a little Bush. Big Bush, a little Bush.
I don't
It's
know.
big.
I said
It's either Big Bush or Reagan.
Okay.
It was one of them. It was one of them. We had the same conversation where we were going to pull them out. We're going to end it in a couple weeks.
No, it's
and
Bush. It was Reagan.
The same conversation. I feel like it was Bush because that's when. It was Daddy Bush.
No, it was Reagan. No, it was Reagan. I'm almost certain it was Reagan, but I could be wrong. But no, I'm not wrong because
you old enough,
if I'm not
PA.
mistaken. No. Matter of fact, that Iran.
I'm 43, and I think
no.
Jim
It was 100%.
41.
It was Reagan. I'm 100% sure now. It was Reagan because I remember what that said. Yeah, it was Reagan. Yeah. It was. Yeah. But I know why people. I know why you said it was Lil Bush because his vice president was kind of the czar or the guy that was over it. That's
Cheney?
why
You talking about Cheney?
No, because Reagan's vice president was Bush, was Daddy Bush, and Daddy Bush was over the Iran Contra scandal. So that's why you think it was Bush, Daddy Bush, because he was over it, but he was vice president. He wasn't president. So yeah. If I'm not mistaken, yes. From my that's I was a kid when that was happening. But I remember it I remember it because I started programming computers when I was 9, and I was in like a lot of that like I had to grow up real quick because I was into a lot of stuff that a lot of adults were doing, So anyway.
Yeah, the oil. It was the same thing. It was Daddy Bush. What was we doing with the gas? Remember in Texas, all the gas
the
high
oil.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different thing.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I'm like, we were just having we just had a. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Because remember, he said the gas prices would come down. That's what triggered me. Because I'm like, this sounds so familiar. Like we've been through this before with the same thing. The gas prices was high, and they said, when we're going to end this. We're going to come in there stronger. We're going to end this in a couple weeks. And it felt like I heard this before. I'm like, who said this? And I'm like, wait, gas prices.
Trump always say every. Did I mute my mic?
So it was
Trump
Daddy
always
Bush.
say. Trump always say that everything's gonna. Oh, we're gonna have a solution in a couple of weeks. And he always says that. I mean, anyway, I don't. Look. Anybody who believes this dummy. And yeah. He people like, oh, well, how could he go to the college he went to? He went to college in 1966. University of Pennsylvania ain't what it is now. You know what I'm saying? This is after they started raising the test scores and making it hard to get in to keep the black people out. After what happened in 65? What's the one Lyndon Baines Johnson's punk ass sign? The one that keep the Voter Rights Act, the Civil Rights and Voter Rights Act. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now they can't keep you out based on racism. So then they kept you out because of merit, and that's when University of Pennsylvania became a hard school to get into. But before then, and he had somebody take his SAT scores. These are facts. You can easily look this up. And he was on Jeffrey Epstein Island boning them young chicks. Yeah, he was wrong. He and that's why he don't want that out. I know somebody used to work on the team. He used to own Miss TUUSA.
Watch your language.
I know somebody.
PA.
I know somebody told me he would go into the teen girls' dressing room and stick his fingers in their mouth to look at their teeth and inspect their teeth. And then he'll say you and you.
PA.
I said inspect their teeth.
Okay.
He'll stick his fingers in their mouths and inspect their teeth. And he'll say you and you. Come on upstairs if you want to win.
Let's go ahead and look at this right here. Thank you for that information, PA. Jen, is this, I don't know, somewhat of what you're talking about when you say you've heard it before?
Before they left Washington for their August recess, Congress failed to take action on an issue that is currently of great concern to Americans. High prices, the gas supply of oil is not keeping pace with demand. to reduce pressure on prices, we need to increase the supply of oil, especially oil produced here at home. So in June, I called on Congress to open up more of America's domestic oil resources for exploration, including offshore exploration of the outer continental shelf. The American people overwhelmingly support this proposal. But throughout the summer, the leaders of the Democratic Congress have refused to allow it to come to a vote. Now that the pressure to take action has become overwhelming, Democrats expanded drilling by preventing a vote. They are now attempting to block it by bringing up a bill that is designed to fail. News reports indicate that Democrat leaders in Congress may plan to hold a vote on a bill that would make us more dependent on foreign oil and would likely make energy costs go up, not down. This bill would raise taxes on energy companies, which would reduce domestic production. This bill would make the nation more vulnerable to supply shocks by tapping into our emergency supply of oil, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. And it would impose a rigid national mandate that would increase electricity costs in states where there are few renewable resources. Democratic leaders know that these counterproductive proposals will not become law, yet they seem ready to push this legislation as a way to block offshore drilling while appearing to be in favor of it. They need to stop standing in the way of expanding domestic production and take meaningful steps now to address the pain caused by high energy prices.
University of Phoenix feels built for.
See, yeah, that was 2002, around 2002 with, George W. Bush and that whole, and I remember that with the Iran, North Korea. They called it the axis of evil, what they were saying. That's when the gas prices went up. And it feels very, very, very familiar, as if we're already been through this and we're having the same conversation again. The same thing's happening again, but they're different.
Look up the Donald Trump 2 weeks compilation, and that's what I think you may be.
Nah, everything he does is 2 weeks.
Everything he does is 2 weeks. How much? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Well, we've been waiting a long 2 weeks now.
Man, he ain't
long 2 weeks now.
Trump, man, this dude said. This dude.
It's the longest 2 weeks I've ever waited.
Donald Trump is trying to explain to a news reporter. He's like, most people don't know that Puerto Rico's an island. He said that, and people's like, that's just gas, PA. Nah, man, that ain't no. That's just moronic. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks everybody else is dumb as he is. Everybody knows Puerto Rico's an island.
He do think people are dumb. Hey, Smitty, though.
He's right.
He thinks everybody else is dumb. To your video earlier, I was gonna say, did you hear about the lady who gave up her child for an adoption some 24 years ago, and then she's now in her 40s, and she ran back into him, and then she ended up dating him? She said, thank God they didn't have sex, but she found out that was her son. Speaking of marrying, messing with your sister. She did a whole TikTok stream, and she kind of broke it down like, wait, like I didn't know, and she just too many things started looking, having that we get along great, but it's something off conversation. And then, of course, it's not was it unnatural for a younger man to want to deal with an older woman, and she was only like in her 40s, and he's like 20 something. Right. So that would have made it like a teenage mother. She gave him up, and she never saw him after that, just to run into him. And he pulled up on her, and she like, hey, young man, and he like, hey, round, cougar, and he thinking he pulled a cougar, and she thinking she got her groove back, and come to find out it was her son that she had given up for adoption.
Now, if a dude would do that, people would be ready to string him up. You know what I'm saying?
One guy in this space said that he was so estranged from his daughter that he didn't even realize it was her in a Whole Foods. All he saw was her wearing these booty cheek shorts, and he walked up on her, and then when he finally walked up on her, he realized, wait, that's my daughter. He told us the story.
I'm talking about when Stella got her groove back. What was Stella? Stella was a passport HOE 03. Now when dudes go do that, they shun them. They shun them. But with Stella doing it, she just going to get her groove back. See, this is why I can't stand these two-faced. Man, I'm telling you, they two-faced it. I'm sitting here peeping it. Nobody say nothing about it, but I say it. Like, oh yeah, she just getting her groove back. Ain't nothing wrong
I mean,
with that.
Pretty Woman was on the lines of the man being the person pulling the woman out of the younger woman, and no one cared about that. I mean,
and they should, and women don't mind. Nobody didn't mind because he was over there. He was over in there lacing her up with that fetty, because that's a woman's dream. But if a passport bro go give a woman in Colombia $8.50, oh, it's a problem. It's a problem. Oh, yeah, that's sexy. What do they call it? That's sex trafficking. That is exploitation of man. But if Stella go over there and let Lennox blow her back out for a couple of days, oh, that she just getting her groove back. I don't want to hear that BS. She ain't getting nothing back. She a passport HO3.
So is there a double standard? Would you say, PA?
Yeah, it's a double standard, and I'm cool with double standards, but just say it's a double standard. That's all I say.
It's already been one, because men were going and doing that before women were even able to. But yeah,
but it's all right when they do it. But they got a problem when I do it.
That's how women felt. So women started doing it because men were already doing it. They were AKA the business trip. That's how it's like. Oh, I thought he was away on business. When Medea played it, Medea let us see it, and she played it out for us. We thought he was away on business. He left that woman and left her and got a whole younger woman with 2 kids.
Yeah, but Stella wasn't there on. Stella was just on vacation.
She was on vacation. Same thing that we've seen happen with other situations. Men do the same thing.
Then all of a sudden, Mr. Dexter Dangalang to show up, and now she just getting her groove back. Man, I can't. Well, I swear, man. I swear. And I go over to the Dominican Republic, and if you think it's only dudes running up over there, oh, you highly mistaken. It's women going over there catching everything in that ocean. Fish, crabs, and whatever else is up in there.
PA. You
he ain't need his own show.
PA, he got a channel. PA got a channel. Shit, go subscribe to him. Literally, it's PA Texas Worldwide. Go subscribe to my man. PA, go over there, subscribe to Genesis. I am. Go over there, subscribe over to my home.
Let me see. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, go over there and give her a sub.
I will forget, because I'm finna go get me some more drinks. I'm finna drop off in a minute.
Hey, listen, real quick before you go, PA, because this is literally it right here, because I'm about to go ahead and get down to myself in a bit. This is the last little piece I want us to talk about. I'm gonna just let this play. PA, Jen, I want y'all to tell me, is it the school's fault or is it mama's fault? Let's talk.
So I see we're talking about Tiffany France. Tiffany France is the mother that came on here crying and whining about her 12th grader who got sent back to 9th grade.
Y'all, he didn't fail. The school failed him. The school
I saw that video.
At their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. Don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
France's son, in his 4 years at Augusta Fells, earned a grade point average of 0.13.
He's a smart kid.
Today, we're going to take a look at the story of Tiffany France and the situation her and her son had to go through with.
Let none of this get the best of us. All right? Mm-hmm. Be strong, son. We got this.
He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably will start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his
teacher
diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back. to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years? He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
France's son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning 2.5 credits, which places him in 9th grade. But France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted.
What?
His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
It's called No Child Left Behind.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, to go to the next grade. And, the right grades, you have the right credits.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we
F
can
stands
see
for fantastic.
In his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only one teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing and not going to class. France's son, in his 4 years at Augusta Fells, earned a grade point average of 0.13. He only passed 3 classes, but his transcripts show his class rank is 62 out of 120. This means nearly half of his classmates, 58 of them, have a GPA of 0.13 or lower.
He's a good kid. He didn't deserve that. Where is the mentors? Where is the help?
Yeah, I do realize they're saying these black kids are dumb. I don't know if I'm the only one picking this up. Let's just
this goes into your other video the other day too. And that grade scale I sent you.
Yeah, we almost done with this real quick. As soon as it's over, because I ain't gonna talk, get to the part where the dudes start talking. So let's just finish up this segment right here real quick.
For him, I hate that this is happening to my child.
In your opinion, did the school system fail this child?
Absolutely.
This city school administrator who works inside North Avenue asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation.
That school community failed this student.
This administrator told Fox
And
45
the other
News
58.
city schools fail because it has protocols and interventions set up to help students who are falling behind or have low attendance. In France's son's case, they didn't happen.
I get angry. There's nothing but frustration. We see on the news the crime that occurs, the murders, the shootings. We know that there are high levels of poverty in Baltimore. Things like this are adding to that.
These children are why I do this work.
Dr. Sonia Santelises was school CEO 4 years ago when France's son was a freshman, but she will not interview with Fox 45 News. Instead, we received this 2-page statement, which explains what should happen when a student is chronically absent or failing. The district says students received a letter about their academic status this past summer, and records can be accessed through the campus portal. When a student is absent, an automated call is placed to the number on file. The statement also said the school conducted recent home visits and the student's parent visited the school. But France says none of that happened. What this statement does not address is why France's son was promoted despite failing classes. It doesn't discuss his class rank or the 58 other students with a GPA of 0.13 or lower. But it does say North Avenue is reviewing actions that impacted student outcomes at the school prior to this year.
It took a lot for me to just build the courage to do this.
If you were to talk to this mom, what would you say to her?
You know, I didn't have a hand
Y'all
on the
retarded.
student, but
Go ahead, PA.
That's what I tell her. Y'all retarded.
No, you can't
I
say
work for
that
city
word
schools,
either.
so he is.
Oh,
one
my
of
fault.
kids.
My fault. Bad word.
Yeah, you can't say that, PA. It's all good. I gotta find a way to edit this bad boy. Goodness gracious.
I would hug her and I would apologize profusely.
And he feels embarrassed, like he feels like a failure. And I'm like, you can't feel like that.
He is.
And you have to be strong. You gotta keep
Yeah,
fighting. You know, life is
that's
about fighting.
That's
Things
a
happen, but you gotta
girl.
keep fighting.
Girl. Oh,
Did
look.
you? But I don't understand. Did she fight to check his homework?
No,
And
see
he's
that she
willing.
missing that whole
He's
point.
trying, but who would he turn to?
Hold
And
on.
the people that's supposed.
Hold on. Say it again, Jim. My bad, beloved.
No, I mean we got the gist of it because I saw the original video that he recorded in their house
Yeah.
when he was talking
I'm
about
just
it.
saying. I mean, what's going on with this?
You can
He walks around with a smirk. F school, F curfew, F homework.
Some parents' argument is that they aren't able to help their kids with their homework because the homework has changed, so the work has changed so much that they don't know how to help them. That's legit. If you really can't do algebra and you didn't pass algebra, your kid has a new algebra, whatever it is. But I'm not a, I can't say the new math or whatever it is. I can't say what a parent's supposed to be doing, but I do know that all my life that's one thing that my mom, and that's one thing as my even with my sister and her son, just like the people around me that have kids, there's always been a very aggressive effort in making sure that they were aware of what was going on in their kids' school. Even for myself, when I didn't pass way back in high school, I mean, I'm just shocked to see how much has changed to where, well, they said it hasn't changed that much, but they still let you know your kid's failing. It's just that they're saying that you haven't got the information. Like he said, the information is sent to the address on file. We already know that the kids don't give the right address, so they're smart enough to know, how to circumvent the system so that this mail don't never get to their mama to the school send something. They almost pride themselves in knowing that, that they're not gonna get them the shit sent to their mama and all that shit like that. So it's just interesting to see that. And then she's not even talking about the fact that he only passed 3 classes in 4 years. She's more concerned about how the school failed him instead of looking at the fact that 58 other students have also not passed. I get her point in saying that, it's all the teachers can only do so much, but we also still understand that, come on, you guys. I mean, come on, Smitty. We also understand that there's so much that your mom is supposed to be up in your business, and to think that he passed just because he's passing. But remember the video you played the other day, Smitty, on your live in the morning with them just passing the kids.
Wait. Which one?
The one with the move. Remember I sent you the grade scale, and I'm like, well, they're just passing them. They're changing up the grade scale so that it's not so harsh.
Yes.
So,
and then I played it on my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got a 51, which according to that grade scale is a D. It's a C. You remember? Because a 44 was a D, and a 30-something was still passing. So technically, according to the grade scale that they sent out, that grade scale says he is passing. But I still think it's what happened to the mom's effort in making sure her kid was on track, and then how come she's not outraged with the fact that he himself only passed 3 classes, and then y'all, at least he didn't pass the core classes like the algebra and the English. He didn't pass the ones that you absolutely need to go to the next grade. So how is that happening? And the mom, she's talking about she's supposed to have so much effort into getting her child's education, like knowing about it. They're not gonna come to your door and knock on the door and let you know your kids. Them days they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's an old school method. You're supposed to still be interacting with, and there's a portal. The portal is on your phone, Mom. All you gotta do is pull up the portal, your child's name, and you see his grades and you see what he's doing every year. I'm confused. What happened to her job? She want to cry. Well, you want to cry because your kid legitimately don't know how to read and write and none of that. He has only passed 3 classes in 4 years. You're not mad about your child?
The 3 teachers said, "Bump that, don't bring that back over here.
And then he didn't pass the right classes. At least you didn't pass English, right, math, and the 3 R's. You're supposed to pass them 3 R's. Damn the rest of that shit. But you get that math out the way. You get that English, that science, and core classes. But see, Smitty, they told us when I was in high school, this is the classes that you absolutely got to pass. The rest of the shit you can pass or fail, and you'll still go to the next grade because English and writing and all that meant were core classes to go to the next level. So I don't know how. But I don't know. My mom was all in my business during high school with that shit. So I don't even know how you don't be in their business like that. Like,
so what do you think it is for?
There's a portal. There's a portal. That means she could have pulled it up on her computer, her laptop, her phone, her iPad, or TV, her smart TV. Right. It's a portal.
So
she don't care.
It's gonna be funny.
So let me ask you this, Jen.
Crazy.
What do you think about this comment right here from Scorpio Light? Shout out to you, beloved, saying some children will slip through the net if classes are big, but parents should be checking.
Yeah, but the class slipping through the net thing now, and I mean, I can say that I worked in. Okay, so I was gonna say, right, slipping through the net thing right now is probably not as what you're, back in the day, yes, but right now there's so many different ways. It's like they said, there's so many other ways. There's so many alternative learning styles now. There's whole classes where there's no books and everything's hands-on. So where they find a way, I don't know, but I know that much. I worked the No Child Left Behind campaign when Bill Clinton was in office, and they initiated, what was it, $1,400 or $1,500 per student, and they would send them to Sylvan Learning Center and Kumon and whatnot. I was one of those people who sat at the Sylvan Learning Center and was testing the 15, 16-year-olds. When you test them, you start off on their actual grade, and then if they can't comprehend and answer the multiple choice questions, you have to go down a grade until you find the level in which they actually can read and comprehend and answer the question. Sometimes it is on the 4th grade, 5th grade, 3rd grade level. But I mean, that whole campaign in itself was designed for this right here, so that no child does get left behind. And they offered this, and they realized there's alternative ways that kids can learn. So there's not just a sit in a book, in a classroom, because then they say to me that boys have the hardest time with that structure to begin with. So this, yes. I mean, all that put together with the fact that if we know this, the boys are having problems with that structure. The black boys are really having a problem with it. You got this mama who really don't know how to handle her child's business. The grade scale is reduced so that the 51 is now a C and not a D anymore. I mean, and you think about what you did on your video, how just them passing them on to the next level anyway, because of they're trying to get them out the school system and they want that back into the workforce. It's all a big cycle. They don't care if he ever learns how to read. But he's 17. He can't go back 4 more years. He can't. That's more. He'll be in adult night school type of thing. He can't go back to high school 4 more years. That's crazy. So then why not just make him take the classes and teach him and test him on the classes that he absolutely needs to be out of high school, instead of how did you let him get to one pass? He was in high school 4 years and he only passed 3 classes. So that means 1 year he passed nothing.
Look, his mama saw them report cards.
There's a portal. She don't have to see your report cards. She can log on and see your report card.
That's what his mama. Ooh, report card. What's F?
How you don't? Yeah, how you don't see anything and then you just can't assume because he's passed. That's the ignorant part of it too, y'all. Because the mama, if you were to have a conversation with her sideways about this on the side, she knows that they pass kids unnecessarily. They know all this shit.
Man, that woman probably can't even read, man.
But she knows what's going on. She knows these kids was getting passed when we was little and couldn't read. She knew that when she was in school.
I said her ass can't read. She got 3 jobs. She sit over there and can't read a lick. I know people like that.
And then how you got 3 jobs?
Baby, this is fantastic. Ooh, what D stands for? That's dynamite. Yeah, baby, that's fantastic.
No, that's crazy that she couldn't have not had no clue as to nothing. He only has passed 3 classes in 4 years. That means 1 year he passed nothing at all. And no one calls you, no one notifies you. Nothing happened. You didn't check his books, you didn't check and see nothing. And you got
She can't check them, obviously.
I don't know. That just don't seem right. How do you, for 4 years, just sit by and don't know? He got a grade point. He had a 0.0 for 1 year.
You taking your abilities of being able to read and count to 3 for granted. That woman probably can't count to 3.
That's crazy.
I know people like that. You think it's a game. I'm being serious. Now I was been joking and laughing at the little dude. I mean, and he was ranked number 60.
And then if they're worried about him being embarrassed, he's worried about him being embarrassed instead of worrying about the fact that he only passed 3 classes. Like, where was your antennas when you were supposed to be sitting your ass in class learning? Why weren't you learning something? Because you know what my grandma always told me, and my mom always told me, how dare you pass one class and not the rest? So you should have messed up grades in all of them, but not failure. That means you didn't go to class. So you went to the ones you liked and you passed that class. So why you didn't go to the rest of them and pass the rest of the class? You can't answer that when you that little. You when that young.
Real talk. I know a man right now.
That's crazy.
60 years old and has a high school diploma from us. I could tell you, I'm in Houston area. There's a school, you can look this up. He has a high school diploma from Wheatley High School in Texas. And he is illiterate. He can't, illiterate. He doesn't know what letter comes after J. That type of illiterate.
Come on.
Seriously though, no. Seriously.
Oh, you think it's a game?
Did you see the boy? His girlfriend told him to say the months in order, and he didn't say it. He was like January, May, February, March. Like, he was all messed up. So I believe that. Like, you can't. And it's crazy because all that was.
I think I'm making this up.
No, I believe you because I just watched this little boy.
Is this that Gen Alpha shit?
Yes, that they believe 9/11. We got 9/11. Listen, PA, this Gen Alpha, these young kids believe that the reason when 9/11 happened, that's why America decided to establish an emergency line and happened to name it 911 to commemorate the 9/11.
Look.
They believe that the only reason why we got 911 for an emergency is because September 11 happened.
That's our fault. That's our fault.
Look, Donald Trump said that George Washington took over.
Who said that's our fault?
Yeah.
So look, our president is a moron. Okay. So let's not dump on these young kids for thinking that 911 is because of 9/11.
It was like, oh my God, that was a great idea to commemorate that event that just, everyone was affected. So in commemoration of that, what a great idea to establish, for an emergency of all things, to call 911.
Man, let's not even dump on these kids. There's an old running back from the Houston, Texas by the name of Arian Foster. He used to play for Houston, Texas. It used to be a club we used to go to over here close to downtown called the Gatsby. She named her daughter after the club that he banged her up in the bathroom. And him. The kid was named Gatsby Foster. And a woman I was cool with said, "Oh, what a great idea."
No, she didn't, PA.
Yeah, okay. I'm making this up. I ain't that funny, bro.
I'm messing with you, bro.
I ain't that funny. Gatsby Foster. There's somebody named Gatsby Foster. I don't even know if I need to put this man. But Gatsby Foster. This used to be a club. It's closed down now. This was Aaron Foster, man. This was like 15. This might be 20 years ago by now. That's how old I am. But anyway, it's near. She named the kid Gatsby Foster. And I was in New Orleans at the Essence Festival. And a little young lady said, "Oh, I think that's a great name." I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. So somebody believing that 9/11 was from the Twin Towers going down, the attacks on the what the towers were, not the Sears Towers, whatever towers they were called. You know what I'm saying?
World Trade Center?
The World Trade Center, yeah. World Trade Center 1 and 2. And 7. There was 3 buildings that went down, So if people think that that's I believe all of it, man. Yeah, you ain't telling me nothing. These people's idiots out here, man. This dude was ranked number 60 something in his class, and he had straight L's for 4 years. What the hell did the other 50 behind him and what they have? And them 3 teachers was like, oh, hell no, don't bring him back in my class. He gonna get a D-. The only classes he passes with a D-. Boy, he lucky he ain't grew up in my neighborhood. Boy, Boy,
so let me ask you this, PA, because we getting ready to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Right,
I need to get up out of here.
Yeah, definitely. So on our final wrap up on
How
this.
you do that?
Huh?
A D-.
That's a 56 on that new grading scale. That's a 56 or 54.
I guess he got F pluses too. Anyway, man, I'll cut you off.
You stupid as shit. Anyway, PA, go ahead. Give us your final thoughts on this, man, before you get up out of here. Whatever it is you want to say, or if nothing at all, I don't give a shit.
Man, man, what you want me to say after that report card I seen from the little dude, man? Like how can you? What you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? He had straight F's and a D-. Goodness gracious!
It sounds like notes to a song.
Oh yeah, that's probably what his mom was thinking. But anyway,
shut up.
I'm thinking like what she was thinking, and she's sitting there crying and shit. Come on, man.
Right.
That was the funniest. I'm sorry why I think that was the most hilarious thing I ever saw. And I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be like that. Because I went through a whole lot. I grew up in the crack era with a lot of problems in my household.
Thank God Uncle Ferg ain't here.
Oh man, you remember when that motherfucker said we need to learn in cursive writing? I will never forget that. I will never forget that.
You wow.
Anyway, but no, anyway, like
what's up?
The thing about that, man, is just that we've all failed as educational people. I come from a family of people who we were on the other side of the grade scale. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? And we helped each other out. We helped, like when our partners was having trouble in school and stuff like that. We'd be like, hey man, you don't know algebra? Well, hey, these are the concepts. We'll actually try to teach. Sometimes it didn't work, but most times it didn't work. But we'll actually try, like, hey, we'll try to give you the cheat codes to where, hey, this is how algebra works. Like this, that, this, and the other. So where they can actually, relate it. We'll try to help. Man, them cats over there was like, hey, man, he doing good. He middle of his class. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. Nah. But you know what, though? That is facts, though. Nah, real shit, though.
It's just sad, man.
Remember that. I actually do remember times like that. Like it did used to go like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, things are just different, man. And but as far as that damn kid with man, you can't tell me that he came from anybody that was really in any part of man, you know what? I don't know, man. That lady say she worked 3 jobs. She too busy, man, to look at it. So I don't see the difference between making straight F's than having. Nah, there's a difference. Than having the kid with your sister. But there's a difference between that. There's a difference. But I'm talking about as far as the parents coming, the parents having some type of. There is a disconnect. That's just the parents. Let's not dump on this lady and their parents. I mean, hell, what about the partners? What about the homeboys? Sharp ain't do nothing but sit there and start barking at him about how he ain't pimping, he disrespecting the ism. Instead of just trying to, he know that, but instead of just like, hey man, you need to be on something else, man. And like, hey, and not only just tell him, show him. You know what I'm saying? Because what Roger Mayweather said about and I'm gonna land it here, end it here, whatever. Because I'm finna get my ass up and get in the car and go to this place.
You
what
good,
Roger Mayweather said about about how Angelo Dundee wasn't about anything as a trainer, and Angelo Dundee was Muhammad Ali's corner man.
Yeah.
Because he's like, what's the famous line he said? You know, oh, you lose it. He was always saying, you're losing it, champ, you're losing it. And Roger was like, well, hell, tell me how to win. Tell me how to fix it. You know, that's what we should do. Tell them, don't just say, you know, just don't bark at them and say, hey, this, that, this, and other. Tell them and show them how to fix it. And that's why I end up with that. That's my philosophy on it. You know, but you know, I appreciate
you.
A little bit different.
I appreciate you on that, PA. Much respect to that, my G. Everybody, everybody, give it up for my man, PA Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show again, man. I'll try to pull up. I can tell I gained 10 pounds over there while I was on vacation.
Man, hey, look, PA, you already know, bro. It's always a pleasure when you come through, my G. Again, hey, y'all, anything you see me wearing from another country that's Spanish, PA sent that to me. Every time he go out somewhere, this man send me a hat, a shirt, or something. So shout out to PA Texas. I'm gonna talk to you, my G. Much respect.
All right, man. I'm finna hit the club and drink some more. Well, too late. I only got about 40 minutes.
Drink some more. Hey, look, this was the warm up. All right, now, Jim, what you got? Do you got anything, beloved? What you got?
Good night, sugars.
Good night. All right. Good night. Good night. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and let's just tune out. You know what I'm saying? To like, you know, a jam or two on the way out the door, man. Much respect to the family. Definitely, as always, performed by AI, written by yours truly. Let's go ahead and get it in. Respect. Oh.
My energy is mistaken for frustration, but really I'm a guy who sat back with observation and patience. Some of our thinking is outdated. Thank you for stopping by to say hi. Thank you. Come again, and while you're gone, tell a friend, Smitty, yes, we heard you. Now go and smash the like button like a burger information. I recruited at Douglas. My mic is muted. Mr. 7, I'm low.
Amo che si truly fantastic type of individual, so incredible, unforgettable. And I be jamming you, sir, on a regular, though. Joe, you so slow, he broke, we talking our neck. We be too slow to learn and too quick to disrespect. Take a check, get it back. Stack up a couple racks. I run into my more blood patient. Look for some help, but be still. Fuck your life, dead your time, dead your bell. I'm all about peace in my city, no, with no rain, with no pity. Stay to myself, but extend to my people needing help. Hell yes, Michael, this is Smitty, this is Star, but you can call me CJ. If you go round Langley Park after dark, yes, I spot light. And in case you did know, yes, my name is Mr. 7 0. Fuck your life, dead your time, dead your bell. I'm all about peace in my city, no, with no rain, with no myself, but extend to my people needing help. Here's Michael, this is Smitty, this is Star, but you can call me CJ.
I'm a fallen angel from sky. Up above, I'm that man that think is a thug. I'm your drug and your plug. Wings tucked, I seen pain, seen blessings, seen luck. Ran over by train, that's about 8 trucks. Smitty really gritty, but never I'm no slut to the money and fame. You can keep your chain, we free men over here. And in case you didn't know, my favorite color is here. Yes, I'm here, not fresh to death, no stress, no worries. All burdens, I done buried closed coffin. I'm the beauty of the beast, and a man I found often. I'm the cure to infection. My reflection is broken down in sections. Retired chef outside, still cooking. I be rocking with best. Thank you, good looking. Y'all bammas be lunching on mothers. If you not from my section, then you cool, but not a brother. Lone Star, the astronaut from above. You looking for a fix? I'm your brand new blood. Shotgun slug, flood of the love spreads. Truck by train, made it out by thread. Should've be dead, but rose from darkness and walking with an oath. I'm not the goat, I'm shepherd. Blending into the world tree, hiding a leaper. Mr. 7, I'm ghost in flesh.
Welcome to the lighthouse. Storm all around. I'm standing right now, sent from the cloud. They talking mine now, but I'm just fighting for my blood and my life. Yeah. Sent from the heaven, king on 7, trials on trials, still count blessings. Wait on the revelating, heart in heaven. I stay patient, I'm beyond the angels. I am mad, I bleed, I'm tangled. Sword on my back, axe on the strap. Go with the weight of the word in my lap. Touching my kin, we doubling back. Pray with my palm, but I'm ready for that. Long Star County King, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your grand. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is great and the DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Long Star County King, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Still waiting on revelation. Till then I'm in rotation. Hurting my chases, but I'm chasing. Turn my scars into statements. I don't need to stage a camera. I need these papers, hand and hammer. Still in my spine, still in my hands. Guarding my bloodline, holding this land. They can test, they can try, they can hate me. I've been forging a fire that will make me PG Ray. Lone Star in my vein. DMV on the map, say the name. Lone Star County Kings, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your family. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Don't talk who they can, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation.
I digress. My mic is muted.
My mic is muted.